New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a great Saturday night. Welcome to another edition of Saturday Night Tailgate. And before we get started, man, I got my rum. I got my cigar. I'm ready to get this thing lit up. Check out our partners at W Energy Drink. I personally like the creamsicle. It's a change of pace on the weekends. No crash. All smash, no crash, like my man Color would say. Great flavors. I tried the apple and I tried the beach peach. Great flavors, but I still prefer the Calio cream. Also, we have our friends at Backroom Collection, artwork. Visors for your mini helmets. Great gift ideas. If your loved one has an office, you want to give them a nice artwork so he can hang up, man cave, living room, any occasion. Backroom Collections is a great gift idea. Use the hashtag code TFTG for 10% off your first purchase. Also, we have our great lineup. El Capitan, El Jefe, will be on tomorrow night. He'll be on late nights. Of course, you got Color and Ali bringing it to you at the top of the tailgate. There, ladies. Top of the tailgate. Yes, that's right. Every morning from 6 to 8. Then myself and the Rabbit Dolphin, we bring it to you Latino style in the Smoke Lounge. And, of course, Friday nights, we do an open tailgate where all hell breaks loose. And then Saturday night, late night exhale, where we get hyped for Sunday. This is going to be a great season. And, of course, we got KP. We don't know what capacity he's going to be in, but he is going to be in here. I can't wait for him to bring up the show, but let's get started, shall we? I have 3 wonderful guests in the back. Of course, ladies first. The one, the only, Crypto. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, ladies first. My Gator sister, the first lady, Pamela. What's going on, Miss Pam? How you doing?
Hey, good. Thank you, Shake. Thanks for having me. Sorry about that, Crypto. Not you first. You're not a lady. Sorry.
No. I don't mean to assume, but anyway. And here we go, my man. He's with us in the Smoke Lounge. He's always there with me. The guy who's going to be announcing Devontae Parker's into the Hall of Fame, Mr. Crypto. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? Another day in paradise.
For sure, man. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you here, especially when repping Noah's Ark. You know what I mean?
Noah's Ark, man.
Noah is him monogamy, baby. And
it's
of course,
biblical.
we got the legend here, Papa Paul. He has his show on West Coast Dolphins Wednesdays at 8:45. Great panels with him and Mr. Winters. Love what you guys are doing over there on the West Coast. And don't forget the West Coast Helping Hands, where they're being, I tell you what, they're being a role model within the Dolphins community. We're glad to have you aboard. The one, the only Papa Paul. What's going on? Fins up.
What's up, guys? It's a pleasure
Hey,
to be
Papa Paul.
How you doing, Miss Pam?
Oh, I'm good. Good to see you as always.
Yep, just chilling and willing.
That's right. Adam Pandia, shout out to the GOAT DVP. That's what's up. Do you think Devontae Parker is going to be on this 100 list, Crypto?
That means hell has frozen over.
All right, we got John Federline in the building. Hey, the guy who everybody should aspire to be, the Dolphineer. We have Marino's GOAT, Brian's Brains. Of course, Pamela, how you doing? And we have Joe Rist. What's up? What else? Who else we have in this building? Ali the Persian. What's going on? Hope you're doing all right. Adam Pandia and Liz. How you doing, Liz?
Hey, Liz. Always love our Liz.
There you go, Michael K. Tua IQ. I'm seeing that. Is that the IQ? Is that the IQ of the Bills fan too? Hey, hey, listen, Michael K. That is probably one of the most accurate statements that you have meant. I've said it in a long time that the IQ of a Bills fan is too. So, hey, Mark, how you doing? Another Bills fan and
The delusional Patriots fan.
the delusional Patriots fan. He's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
And by the way, Mike Cantina, this is the guy who inspired me to do this. So shout out to you, Mike Cantina. I agree that he left the comment that we need to start paying homage to the old school players, and that's what we're gonna do, man. Before preseason start, I'm gonna be doing a 70 show on the Dolphins 70 show. So paying that's gonna be coming out soon as well. So.
And you were barely there. You were barely there. So you might need my help on that.
Yeah, for sure. I was born in 78.
78. I know. Same year I graduated high school. I know. That's how I always remember how old you are.
Yeah.
Was that like 10 years ago? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 10 years ago.
Liz, I was told you didn't graduate high school till 98, Pam.
Oh, that's
remember they invented the internet in 84 and then StreamYard in 87. So and another great member of this community is back there with us, Mr. And he's gonna hold you accountable, Mr. Big Nick. What's going on, my brother?
Hey,
What's up, Big Nick?
Fans up, fans up. Hope everybody is safe and
baby.
having a great day, great night.
I'm pouring. I just finished this Captain Morgan, so pretty soon I'm going to be having one.
Well, I just got to say, I know Liz has been out there watching, and she's been asking about a Mercury Morris jersey and says she can't find one for less than 150. Well, Liz, give me a little bit of time, and I'll get you one for $100 or less.
I got one.
So, oh man,
Yeah, all of the Mercury Morrises I've seen have been like the authentic, real, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is from the show. Yeah, I can imagine they're pretty expensive because I haven't seen like Mercury Morris that was in mass production.
I can find a lot of Mercury Morris jerseys. They're all stitched jerseys. They're autographed.
Yeah. The real patches, and
Yep.
they're heavier jerseys too.
Yeah, that's what I have too. I mean, they shouldn't even try and do anything else with a Mercury Morris jersey other than keep it classy, right? Because
yeah.
Well, I like that jersey. I like that Legends jersey, the one with like the real one, almost like the Mercury Morris texture, but it has like all of the numbers on there. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
I like that one too.
There's two jerseys that's on my bucket list to get. I'm gonna do it. If you might, I gotta do a custom. Kimbo Camper and Jim Mandich, 58 and 78.
man,
70. He wore 87. No, he wore 88, and Bo Camper was 58.
yes.
Yeah. I have a Mercury Morris photo that's like 12 by 20. That's autographed. But my favorite piece is actually the replica Lombardi trophy signed by Mercury Morris.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got some stuff, Papa Paul. You got some stuff for sure.
No, I got a room full of stuff. My wife thinks she says I allow her to work and use it as her office.
Oh, nice. I have an office as well, and it's a Dolphins office. You know, the aqua and orange walls, all my stuff. We have our boat. I call it my floating couch. It's all Dolphins fans, and our golf cart, Dolphins. Like, oh yeah. I'm working the Dolphins.
Well, I got four framed jerseys in there. I got the Merino, I have the Hill, I have the Zach Thomas and the Marks brothers.
Oh, the Marks brothers. Dang. I have multiple Zachs. I have the Navy one, the Navy Zach. When those came out that one season, and you could only get them at the stadium. And
I have it. My Zach is white, but it's got 5 inscriptions on it.
Oh, nice.
It's got his tackles, which was 1,740, I believe. The DROY, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Zach Attack, his signature, and there's a couple other items on there I can't remember right offhand. And then, I had met him at DCC, which was wonderful. And we actually talked a little bit. And he knew right where I lived because he was up in my area hog hunting with Manny Fernandez.
Wow.
Fernandez.
And I told him, about the jersey. And I was, well, now we'll just have to get the Hall of Fame put on there. I said, whenever you're ready.
Right.
I said, I'll take it out of the frame and stuff and have it put back in after you put that on there.
It took too long, right, Paul? It took too long, but
Way too
finally.
long. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, absolutely. When you compare it against his counterparts that was in before him, like
Yeah.
I
Jason
can
Taylor.
argue that he had a better career than Brian Urlacher. I can argue that. You
I
know?
can too. I believe it.
He had a better career than Jason Taylor. Plain and simple. Same team.
Yeah, another player, of course, is going to be in there. We need to petition is Richmond Webb. He needs to be in there.
Oh,
yes.
Richmond is just
most definitely.
Oh gosh.
And,
I mean,
Nick Bonacani. No, Nick. Who's the offensive guard for the
Bob
72 Dolphins?
Kuchenberg.
Bob Kuchenberg. He's a finalist. He was all pro in 3 different positions on the offensive line. All pro, not Pro Bowl, all pro.
It was crazy. What's crazy about Richmond Webb, not even like people not even buzzing about him, is that he was a 7 straight time Pro Bowler back when the Pro Bowl selection meant something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it meant something when he was 7 times in a row, straight years going to the Pro Bowl. But not, and for him not to sniff it right now, it's crazy. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And you know what about that, Nick, too, is Richmond is just a stand-up guy, right? Like, he is just an awesome person. And then you take what a great Dolphin he was. I mean, just love me some Richmond Webb.
And he gave Keith Sims a career. He did. He gave Keith Sims a career. I mean, because Keith Sims was only Keith Sims because he was playing next to Richmond Webb.
Exactly.
You know, because we had a pretty good center. I think at the time, it was either Jeff Dellenbach or Jeff Uhlenhake. They were pretty good centers back then, you know?
Yep. Sure was.
Exactly.
We got lucky because they were like back to back, you know? It was like, and they played really well. And that led us for a while into getting good centers, because I think after them is when we got Tim Ruddy. And it just continued from Tim Ruddy to Mike Pouncey. So we've been pretty lucky with centers over the years when you think about it.
Yep.
Well, and when you think about when Richmond played, it was a different game than it is now. It was a much tougher game. I mean, the game is, you know, I'm not saying it's easy now or anything, but compared to, right?
It's not what it used to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to his defense, he never had to face a Michael Parsons. You know?
But would Micah Parsons be Micah Parsons back, 25 years ago? I don't know. He might have been cut off at the knees.
Yeah, I think offensive tackles. If you was 300 pounds, you was good. You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, hey,
but
we'll never know,
I'm
man.
sorry, real quick, I want to ask Papa Paul. How would you like to have Mark Dixon manning that right side right now for us?
It'd be nice, but I'm happy with what we got, because a lot of those players are on their second year on the offensive scheme, so they're going to know it. Bringing someone in now to try and learn the whole scheme, it could be more problems than worth.
No, I mean Dolphins legend Mark Dixon. Remember from Canada?
Okay, yeah.
Undrafted kid, and he just won over the hearts of us, Mark Dixon.
Yeah, that would be wonderful, but it's just like it'd just be like I would love to have Dan Marino right now. But
okay.
I'm willing to go out on a limb and say Mark Dixon is on that list.
Oh, yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Mr. Polk, I hope your earphones are better this time around. What's going on? You say you're getting new ones today, so.
Hey, Mr. Polk.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Oh,
yeah.
So much better.
Sounds
oh my
good.
God.
Yeah, I got
magnifico.
We're not snap, crackle, and pop now.
Yeah, I'm glad of that. Yeah, my new headphones came in a little earlier, so they're fully charged up and I'm ready to go now. So how's
All right.
everybody doing?
What's
Shake
going
Money,
on,
thanks for
man?
having me on. Ms.
Yeah,
Pamela, how you
of course, man.
doing?
Good, Mr. Poe.
I'm having a nice old school panel. I got one more guest. He say he's gonna show up, Dr. Reginald Brown. So
Love Dr.
Hey,
I would
that's
definitely love
good.
his input
Wait,
as well.
Shake, if we're having an
Hey,
old
Big
school
Nick
panel, what
and
the hell
Papa
are you
Paul.
doing on here?
Somebody's got to host it.
Somebody who can stay awake, Paul. Somebody who can stay awake.
Exactly.
Can I bet when I said Mark Dixon, he was like, "What the hell?"
Mhm. All right, fine. You talked me out of it.
All right. So how's it going, Big Nick and Papa Paul?
Somebody shake.
Everything's absolutely wonderful, Mr.
It's
Pope.
going good, Mr. Polk. Going good.
Yeah, he sound pretty good.
You sound great, and I love your artwork there, Mr. Polk. Looking good there.
You know,
Yep.
we haven't even dropped bombshells on Shake like Bruce Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Like we have,
Yeah. Well, we about to get some names now. So let's. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do 9 or 10 at a time, right? When I stop,
Ooh.
we're gonna talk about who shouldn't be on the list and who should have been higher, ranked higher. So we all pick. We can't pick. So you got to listen carefully. You each pick one. It could be the same player. Doesn't matter. You all pick one. And you tell me. Again, you guys are the old school guys, so I'm just gonna leave it to you guys. Like I said, I'm here to read the list.
ones. Put it that
So
way.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I should be happy about that I'm an old
Yeah,
school guy.
right.
hey
Right.
man, I'm old school too. Trust me, I'm no
We-
spring chicken either. So don't worry about it.
Shake.
Um,
Come on,
So
man.
man, you look younger than me, Pam. So no, I don't want to hear nothing.
You do, Pam.
Oh, thank you.
So here we go. So I'm gonna name the list. So you guys pick one that shouldn't have been on the list, and pick one that you think should have been ranked higher. All right.
Okay.
Here's the list. Starting off with the guy who saved us from going winless, Greg Camarillo, at number 100. At number 99, long snapper John Denny. At 98, defensive lineman David Bowens.
Okay.
97, cornerback Gerald Small. At 96, cornerback William Judson. Number 95, quarterback Earl Morrill. Number 94, wide receiver Brandon Marshall. Number 93, Reggie Bush, running back. Number 92, tight end Anthony Fasano. And rounding and the last of this list, quarterback Don Strock. So y'all tell me who should have been on the list and who should have been ranked higher.
Greg Camarillo should not be on the list. And
Don Strock should be number 1 on that list.
Greg Camarillo should not be on the list, and I think 96 on down is completely bullshit.
Okay.
I like Camarillo on the list.
Okay.
I like Camarillo. He played a vital role in our franchise.
Just give me one.
I agree.
Give me one,
He's
Nick.
the best
Nick.
players in franchise history. I'm sorry.
Which one? You had to take out one though. Which one would it be?
When you catch the only touchdown to
Cornerback.
keep us from going winless, then you're important.
I agree. I like Camarillo on the list. And in fact, I might even move him a little bit lower, to have a little bit more importance there. Cornerbacks. I don't know.
Shout out to El Capitan is in the building. What's going on, Jefe?
What's up, El Capitan?
What's up, El Capitan?
Craig
What's going
Sebring,
on?
what's going on?
I
Love me some
think
Don Strock.
I definitely disagree with Brandon Marshall's ranking. I definitely disagree with that.
But it's pretty low, right? Like it's pretty low. Brandon Marshall, we're talking in the 90s of top 100. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we got Brandon Marshall. I think we got Brandon Marshall at a point of his career where he still could have been a top 3 receiver, but he had shit for quarterback play. But he still did his thing with that shit quarterback play for the Dolphins. Like he was
So
a dominant player on the field, even
yeah.
though the play didn't show it really. You know what I mean? Like he was really good for the Dolphins.
So Big Nick, are you saying he should be
He should be
higher
higher on
up?
that list.
It's
He should be,
harder to say higher but lower in number, right? Like he should be
yeah,
more in the 70s or 60s somewhere maybe.
yeah. Absolutely. I think the 60s. I think somewhere in the 60s, mid to high 60s is a good spot for him. I think 90s is way too low for Brandon Marshall.
I kind of
Yeah,
I
he had too
agree
much
with
talent.
that. He was very
Oh,
good. Yep.
okay.
And Don Strock, are you
Also,
kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just by what
I'm,
he meant to the team.
Don
Just
Strock should be number 1 overall.
Don Strock, just
He's the
you
greatest
know what?
Dolphin of all time.
I don't know about that one, Christo, but I agree that he's, you know, when you look at great players, you got to put Strock up there for sure.
I can
I
make a
think that's
case.
low.
Yeah.
I can make a
Strock
case.
needs to be
I can paint a
Strock needs to
nostalgia
be
okay.
higher
picture.
up on the
Oh,
list
I can
or
paint a
lower.
nostalgia
okay.
picture where at one point in time, even for what he was on the team, Don Strock could have been considered the face of the Dolphins at one point in time.
At one point, yep,
Yeah.
You
yep,
know what I
He was.
mean?
In fact,
yes.
he actually was at one time.
Right.
Also, too. Tim Bourne should be moved up a little bit more
No,
as
Tim
well.
Boyd wasn't in there, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
Bowens
done
was
it.
He
in there.
was.
You can
No,
move
he
on to
didn't.
the
David, it
next
was
list.
it
I'm
wasn't
done
it
with
was
this list.
not
No,
Tim Bowens,
it
it
was
was
David
David
Bowen.
Bowens.
Bowen.
It was
Yeah,
David
Oh, was
Bowen.
it
That was
David?
David
Yeah,
Bowen.
Oh,
We
yeah,
had
Oh, okay.
we had Tim as well.
yeah.
yeah. If that would have been Tim
Oh,
Bowens, you can
okay.
move
Okay.
on to the next list.
well.
That would have disqualified this list.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Tim was his
Gerald
stud.
Small. Never heard no Gerald Small.
What was
So
that,
here
Mr. Pope?
yeah.
No, I was trying to remember. You
Cornerback
mentioned the
Gerald
Gerald
Small. That
Smalls,
was
right?
that was 78 to 83.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
See, that's why we have you
And
on here,
William
man.
Judson. I remember William.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all ready for the next list? The
Yep.
next slate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, here we go. Reggie Brown, what's going on, Doc? How you doing? Good,
Doc,
glad
how
you
you
could join
doing,
us.
Doc?
Hey,
What's
Dr.
up,
Reggie.
Doc?
What's up, Doc?
What's up, Reggie?
And
Doc,
he,
former receiver. Former receiver. Did I make a decent enough case for Brandon Marshall to not be in the 90s?
Yes, I think you made a good argument for that, Big Nick.
Yeah,
I think
he
so.
I
definitely
agree.
Yeah, he
We
should.
agree with that.
did you listen to the last the top 10 names, the names we listed off? Dr. Reggie Brown?
I'm good with that.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the next list. All right.
All right.
Wide receiver Tony Martin at 90.
Okay.
89, tight end Keith Jackson.
Oh, no.
No, that's too low.
Number
Oh, my
90,
God, that's-
88, linebacker Larry Gordon. Number 87, tight end Bruce Hardy. Number 86, offensive tackle Laramie Tunsil. Number 85, outside linebacker Joey Porter. Number 84, tight end Jim Mandich. Number 83, defensive end Olivier Vernon. Number 82, cornerback Troy Vincent. And last but not least, running back Lamar Miller.
Joy Porter,
them people should be higher.
Troy Vincent, Lamar Miller is better than Olivia Vernon. Come on. They deserve to be higher than Olivia Vernon.
Troy Vincent should be moved up more.
Troy Vincent is a stud.
Yeah. And
Troy Porter had like 17, had back-to-back seasons like 16 and 17 sacks one time for us.
yeah. I think we could do some shifting in here, right? Like
Yeah.
from the last 10 before this, we could shift out a couple of people
Yeah,
and
swap them down.
move
Right.
Porter, move Joey Porter. I mean, just his scrape with the leg, the old kick with the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but Tony Martin.
Tony Martin.
Yeah.
Over Brandon Marshall, Doc.
Tony Martin was a deep route receiver.
Over Brandon Marshall, Doc.
But I think this is a Dolphins list. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
I didn't
Right.
even think when I think of Dolphin receivers, Tony Martin is not somebody that really comes to my mind. He was a good guy for us, but what did he play? 3 years,
He
We're
played
so
from
good.
90.
Yeah, Dan had to hold his hand too much. Dan had to hold his hand.
But I
too
think
much,
I,
you know?
I
Oh,
thought he-
My favorite dude is Q. What's going
but
on,
I
my
think I
brother?
think he still has the
thank you.
longest reception by from Marino though. I think he
Tony
still has the
Martin
record.
played from 90 to 93 and 99 to 2000. He played 2 different
I-
times with Miami.
I know
And-
Joy. I know
Right, he
Q
came
loved Joey
back.
Porter.
The second time wasn't a big
His
deal.
second
But
time-
I'll give
his
him
second
No,
go
he
round
was
was better.
kind of phased out.
Yeah, I'll
No,
give
his
him
second
that.
go round, he was a legitimate NFL wide receiver. His first time, he was a track star.
But this is like
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying. He
80s.
caught a lot of deep passes.
Yeah, he
Well, yeah,
belongs in the
he's
80s for sure. In
he,
where he is listed, I think he belongs there.
he's actually ranked
I mean, he
in
probably
the
properly
top
placed,
15
but
of all-time receiving yards for the Dolphins.
See Paul.
Yeah.
So that to me, with him ranked in the 80s, in the mid 80s, as
It's
his
fair.
rank, I
Yeah,
think it is fair.
He
I
was
agree.
89, I think.
Well,
I
he
think
was
he was 90
no,
or
he was number
89.
90. He was actually number 90. He should
90.
have been.
Okay.
He probably should have been around at least 85, I think.
I'm gonna be
I
hard
mean,
on the
those are
receivers, I
interchangeable.
suppose.
And
Now-
by the way, this is Dolphin Wire. So if you gotta shoot them, shoot them. That's who made this list.
Hmm.
I don't
Dolphins
think we'll get to this player, but I don't believe he belongs on the list. And because we have another player who did exactly what he did, and I think he did it better. So
You
I'll
got-
wait till we get to that player if he calls his name.
So we see right where we're going. Right, it's tough.
Well,
Yeah.
Bruce Hardy
Right,
was on
right.
this
100
list.
players.
Bruce
Yeah.
Hardy was a beast for us, man.
Bruce Hardy was
Yeah,
a
I know
tight
that,
end
but he
from
was in the
78 to
80s.
89. He was
Yeah.
78 to 89.
He
Well,
was
yeah,
a,
and he was a good
11
tight
years.
end.
Hardy was-
And
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
on the
reliable.
field every Sunday.
and-
Bruce Hardy was on
Him
the
and
field.
Crash Jensen were
yeah,
reliable.
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
say.
man.
He
Yeah,
was
Hey,
a
Doc, you know this guy,
rebound
right? I think you know this guy, right, Doc?
Bruce Hardy played 151 games, started 95.
He ain't ready for
His
this.
25 receiving touchdowns ranked 7th all time in the Dolphins.
Yeah, he
Bruce
was a
Hardy
beast
is
for
a-
us, man.
Yeah, I'm down with Bruce Hardy.
and I
Tall,
hate to say
slender
it,
dude,
Reggie
number
Bush.
84. I never forget him.
Tough as nails.
Reggie Bush.
Did the hard work.
Yep.
But when you start talking about top 100 Dolphin players, and you start thinking players in your brain, there is some awesome players. So to be listed on the list is good, but it's really tough at this point to sit there and say, "Oh no, he should." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's
I agree with you,
Well,
Pam.
Reggie Bush
tough
Yeah,
list.
to a certain degree.
Reggie Bush broke the 1,000-yard curse for us, right? Wasn't it
Yeah,
Reggie Bush?
yeah.
It was Reggie Bush, right? Broke the 1,000-yard
Mhm.
curse.
Yeah.
I didn't.
No,
I
it
didn't
was
like the
it
way
was
we-
it was
Kareem
Jabbar.
broke it. Kareem stopped
It was
No,
Jabbar did it.
Yeah,
It started.
Kareem stopped it from 79 up until when he did it, and then nobody did it from Kareem
Until
After
Reggie,
Kareem.
right?
until Reggie.
and see, I
Until
hated
Reggie
the way
hit.
we
So
got
Reggie
rid
was
of
before
Reggie
Ricky Williams. Yeah.
because Reggie was
Yeah.
he when we got him, we were using him as a running back and not the way the Saints
Right.
dealt with him. And
Until
when
his
he
Yeah,
contract
Saints
year.
was
and when
a
he-
lot different. Yeah.
right, and when
And I
he
think-
opened up, that's when we got rid of him, and that to the day.
Yep, his
But
contract
it's
year,
like-
we couldn't afford him back. We used him right the
Yeah.
last year, and he balled out, and it was
Another
over.
guy.
Exactly.
I
But
wish we would have drafted from day
You
one.
got to look at Lamar Miller, who's at 81, and his final two seasons, 2014-15, his production was more than what they saw from Reggie Bush's 2 seasons
Yeah.
with the team.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mhm, mhm.
yeah.
Miller-
And I think he
Miller-
went on to have 2 good seasons with Houston, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
Houston, and I saw him continue what he had started with the Dolphins. I mean, that
Yeah, Miller in 2 seasons had 2,643 yards
Yeah.
and 19 touchdowns.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What game was it? Was
And
it
not
against the Texans that he had the 90-something yarder? Wasn't that game against the
Yeah. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
yeah, I
kept,
think so.
I just kept
50
screaming
or
at the
something.
television, stop running, stop chasing him. Well, I don't know why you're chasing him.
When we-
Mm-mm,
we
'cause he
beat
got
the
But also,
Texans
Reg-
that day.
he had 2
Yeah, when he
receivers.
turned that
Uh-huh.
corner, stop running, guys. But what was most impressive to me with Lamar Miller, because even during this era of football, for him to consistently average 4.5 yards per carry or higher for the Dolphins, who didn't have like great offensive lines, was the reason why we couldn't run the ball for thousands of yards. for him to consistently do that throughout his Dolphin tenure and he raised it for Houston, he was a good back, man.
Yeah,
he
would fit
was.
perfectly in
And
this
also,
offense too.
But
and,
Yeah,
also,
for
and
us, when he broke that
Jay
big one,
didn't.
Reggie, it was against the Jets.
But didn't he break
he
one
also
against
stayed
Texas
healthy
as
too.
well?
He had two.
Yeah,
Lamar,
he
if you
broke
look at
one against
YouTube's
the
longest runs,
Texans.
I think Lamar Miller's on there twice.
Yeah, he
And
had a
NFL history.
99-yarder one. He had a 99-yarder one against the Jets.
What's up out there, Dolphins Thursday?
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on with this list.
Okay.
All right. At number 80, we have Carlos Dansby. Number
Okay, I
79,
remember him,
defensive
linebacker.
tackle Ndamukong Suh. At 78, we got Pete Stoyanovich. At 77, Reggie Roby.
Reggie.
And number 76, the guy who had to fill in Dan Marino shoes, poor man's Fitzpatrick, I call him, Jay Fiedler. Number 75,
Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard. Yeah, you know the list. You want to send it to me. That's I was gonna say that's Crypto's favorite cornerback right now. Number 74, Devon Bess. Number 73,
Wait a minute.
offensive tackle Wayne Moore. Number 72, safety Glenn Blackwood. And number 71, tight end Randy McMichael.
Wow.
Yeah, I got two problems with that particular one. Just two. Reggie Roby don't belong that low.
For
He
real.
should have been. Look, to me, Reggie should be mid 50s,
in the middle of the,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Reggie Roby was
constantly
he was a
flipping the
member of
field.
our team for real. He wasn't on the team. He was a part of the team. You know. And who was the last one?
The last one was tight end Randy McMichael.
Should have been higher.
Yeah.
And
You
we
mean
don't
higher
represent
as
nothing.
in lower numbers? It's tough to say higher, right? But you mean ranked higher as a better
Should have been
player?
ranked higher, right? Closer to the
Yes,
top.
yes.
Yeah,
Which
Reggie Roby.
running
That's one
linebacker was
person.
there?
Oh,
Carlos Dansby.
Carlos
Carlos
Dansby.
Dansby.
He set the linebacker market with the money.
He was number 80.
He
was number
with Carlos
58.
Dansby.
No,
A year and a half.
Hardy was
dog. A year
84.
and a half, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We didn't have him that.
I'm
We didn't have him that
saying,
long
guy,
anyway.
like you said, a year and a half. That's all he gave us, right?
Yeah, I
Right.
don't know why the
I
hell
think
he's
he's
on
like
the list.
two.
Yeah.
Like two.
I got a
Like 2.5.
problem with
Adam
that.
Gates got rid of him.
Yeah, I got a problem with that. He's on the team a year and a half, is in the top 80 all time.
And we made him the highest.
That means you had to
linebacker in
be.
NFL
That means you had to be balling out a lot, Reggie.
Did he ball
That's
out
called
like
big
that?
time.
How many sacks did he
Yeah,
get?
he did. He did.
How many
he did.
sacks did he get?
Dansby
Look, okay,
arrived in Miami as a
Let me show you how
Dansby-
hard he balled out. You forgot about Philip Wheeler and Danielle Ellaby.
Right. Yeah, I remember
He
them.
took
They
that
kinda-
place.
Okay.
Phillip Wheeler.
But,
we
listen,
signed
let-
That
Dolphin
defense
that
was a
summer.
crush defense.
Let me tell you what you don't know about Dansby. He was a free agent, signed in 2010 for 3 seasons. He served,
Yeah.
and he logged 332 tackles, 6 sacks, and 5 forced fumbles.
He was a
That
beast.
sound like Jerome Baker.
I like
Yeah.
me some Dansby.
Yeah.
That
You
sound
said
like
it sounded like Jerome
Baker.
Baker.
Yeah, but you know the funny
He
part
had
was
300 tackles in 3 seasons,
That
Dr.
sound
Reg.
like Jerome Baker.
Yeah.
And there was
Yes.
only one reason. It was only one reason he didn't remain on the team. Because he was
Yeah.
a grown ass man. And
He
the
was-
little boy coach couldn't handle it.
Yeah, he had 332 tackles in 3 seasons, 6 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, and that was between 2010 and 2012. And then he went to Arizona, where he did not have anywhere near
Nope.
the stats. He only had 33 sacks, 15 interceptions in 8 seasons in Arizona.
Crypto. Does
Well,
that
what
sound
I'm
like
wondering-
Jerome Baker?
Yeah.
What was that, Dr. Reg?
Does that sound like Jerome Baker?
I don't know.
Kind of does.
The impact was a little different though, Doc. The impact, Carlos had impact.
What
Carlos
year did he?
was, I mean, as somebody put it in the chat here, he was a beast.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
how many times did you hear that man's name called? And the only thing I'm wondering, so now we're fixing to head into the upper 60s, right? We're going to go from 69 to 60. And now I'm wondering, like, okay, who's not going to make the list? Because I'm thinking, dang, there's some people that's got to be on this list. And now I'm wondering.
Yeah, but I think the difference between Dansby and Jerome Baker is when Dansby was Tex hit you, no offense, but he put your dick in the dirt. That was the difference between him and a tackle from look, if put it this way, if I had to get tackled by Jerome Baker or Dansby, I'm getting tackled by Jerome Baker 10 out of 10 times.
Well, I tell you, I personally believe Glenn Blackwood should be at least in the 60s. I mean, him and his brother both, him and Lyle. Lyle's probably further up. Glenn Blackwood's at 72. Lyle's probably further up then. I mean, he had 118 games, 106 starts, 9-year career with the Dolphins, 29 career interceptions, and was a big part of the Killer Bees defense in the early 80s.
Yeah.
By the way,
and it was another reason. It was another reason I became a Miami Dolphin fan, just to think that Lyle and Glenn Blackwood. It was just so fun to think brothers was on the team. Like, I didn't understand shit about football, but that was just so cool to me. Like, the Dolphins got two brothers, and they're starting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. By the way, Fred, we're gonna drop the link later, man. This is just a small panel to get this over with. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this 100. Let's do the rest. Okay, we got 70. Brent Grimes, 69. Everybody's favorite quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. 68. Kicker, Garo
Yepperman. Number 1.
67. Offensive tackle, Juwan James. I don't know how the hell he got listed over Laramie Tunsil, but whatever.
Yeah. Him too.
Number 66, running back, Jim Kick. Number 65, Olivia Vernon Carey, offensive line. Number 64, Orande Gaston. 63, Jeremiah Bell, which was one of my favorite safeties. Number 62, Irving Fryer, and then topping the list, number 61, Brian Hartline. I think Fryer should flip.
Man, that's
with,
pretty high for
Hartline.
Brian should be higher, man.
Rondé Gadsden in the 60s.
Gadsden should be like in the 40s.
You got the two Super Bowl. You got the two Super Bowl ring advantage. You got the two Super Bowl ring advantage over Reggie Roby because he absolutely should be in the place where Euro is.
Listen, and Rondé Gadsden.
Well, Euro is the reason why we didn't win 17-0. We should have shut him out in the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm not thrilled with, running back Jim Kick.
Right.
He's 66. Yeah. I mean, he's part of the
72. But Rondé Gadsden, seriously, he was the reason we made at least one division championship. Rondé Gadsden,
right?
I mean, come on, he's got
anybody in that.
I agree, Pam.
Was placed right. I don't. Those 10 right there are all screwed up.
Yeah.
So I think to be honest with you, I think Laramie Tunsil him and Larry Tunsil should have swapped places. Juwan James and Laramie Tunsil.
Wherever Jarvis Landry is, should swap places with Rondé Gadsden because he was a better version of Jarvis Landry.
Wait a minute.
Better version.
Uh-oh.
And also,
he definitely had better hands. His hands was better.
You take Rondé over Jarvis?
Yep.
My gosh.
Rondé got better hands. He got a bigger catch radius.
And if you go back and you look at those plays, I'm thinking you forgot.
Rondé is a better guy.
I mean, it was literally because of Rondé in 2000 that we went to the division championship. Like, he won that game for us. I'm just telling you. Gadsden.
He had baseball mitts for freaking hands, man.
And he scored touchdowns. Jarvis don't score touchdowns.
Right?
GG.
Yeah.
PG.
And Rondé get us those same tough yards over the middle and don't give us back 15 yards.
And also,
Aronde, like he's got to be in the top 50 at least. Aronde
At
is
least wherever Jarvis Landry is, that's where Rondé needs to be at.
Yeah. So
and also Brent Grimes should be moved up too, because Brent
Most
I
Grimes
definitely.
wasn't a
Most
bad
Grant.
defensive back. Brent
now
Grimes was
that
good.
I
was
don't know. That's a good spot.
It
his only problem was his wife.
was his wife.
Seriously,
No, that's what I'm
if
saying.
he
Miko.
would have just shut up, he would
That's
have
brutal. That's
continued
brutal,
as a
Pam.
minor. Hey, I'm speaking the truth.
Hey,
I tell
Pam,
that Tippy to
but
her face.
but Pam,
She ruined him.
he balled with that same mouth. He was balling for Miami. His play fell off big time when we left Miami. So was it because of his wife? Was it because we saw it coming around the corner?
But that was
nah, he
because
was
of
balling,
her.
man.
Well,
He was
It wasn't
balling.
because of her.
yeah,
We
she
got rid of
sabotaged
him
him big
because of
time.
her. Seriously.
remember, she got arrested. She got arrested at the
Exactly.
game.
At the
game.
game.
Yes, at the game. I mean, I
At the game.
remember
Right.
seeing that.
That's why
They're
we got rid of
walking
him.
outside and she's yanking at the cops. I mean, let your man, if you want to go take on stuff, go ahead, but leave your man alone. Let him do his job. He was
All of
an
it was because of
awesome
Tannehill.
corner.
Right. That's what I'm
It was
saying. He
because
was an
of
Oh yeah,
awesome
he
Tannehill.
corner.
definitely was a great corner.
And
He was
Yeah.
locked down.
he
He was.
and I'm not and then and like I said, and by him being um um because his wife, he was balling at that time. I mean, he didn't drop off until he went to another team. But the time he
Exactly.
Yeah.
was with the man, I mean, because really we got him, he was slightly injured, and then he got well, and he balled out,
That's right,
and he
Miss
kept
Cole.
balling out until he was sent to another team.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was
And then she
apparently
just
speaking
ruined his
for him.
career.
Yeah, she probably was speaking about
Exactly.
Tannehill
And
when
I'm not
he
saying anything
was
against
doing
women,
that
but
pillow talk.
yes, she did.
Hey, Papa
She
Paul.
sure did.
I'm just telling you, like I mean, as somebody that's been married to the same guy for almost 4 decades, I'm telling you right now, like you can't. I mean, as you can tell, I'm definitely the one that. My husband
Miss
hardly
Grimes.
says a word, but hey, big spoon, you big spoon. But now I mean, he has to speak when it's his job and his thing, and I'm not up in his job. I'm not there. I'm in his head, but I ain't in his job.
Good one.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I tell my girl all the time, we are absolutely 50-50, but I have veto power.
Brent Grimes was overrated. See, this is why you're not up here, Fred.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly.
That's crazy, Fred.
Exactly. We won't talk about that
That's
man
crazy,
overrated.
Fred.
I'll arm wrestle
Hey,
you for it, Fred. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Fred, you need to take that
No,
contact lenses, brother, and go get you some
Hey,
glasses.
this man literally shut down the NFL. I mean, a receiver that was going after an NFL record by himself.
He
That
did.
was Megatron's year that year, and Brent Grimes was in his pocket that whole game. I mean, he got off, but he's Megatron.
Yeah,
but
that was one of his
he
best
didn't
performances.
Megatron
Yeah.
us.
But
And
here-
I'm telling you, Big Nick. So that year, the couple of years there, who was it? The guy, the corner for
And I'll tell you,
Seattle.
I just want to say this:
Thurman.
that one-handed interception was better to me than the
Yeah,
fucking Odell
Odell.
Beckham.
Yeah,
catch.
Odell
just-
Yeah,
Beckham,
Odell.
absolutely.
Yeah, he did it before Odell.
Yes.
Actually,
No, he
he
didn't.
did
No,
his
Odell
before
did it first.
Odell.
Odell
Brent
did it
Grimes
first.
Grant
should
Grind
be.
did it.
Yep. If not for his wife, he would
Yeah.
be in the 50s or possibly even 40s because he was that good, and he still would have been a Dolphin for a while if not for
Yeah.
her.
It's still top
And he
three
wasn't a
greatest
big
player I've
guy.
ever seen
He
in the
wasn't no
Dolphins.
big guy neither.
Oh yeah, he was
He
a
was
No.
little, he
because
was
I
a
used to see
little
him.
guy.
Yeah, he was a little guy, but he would go up for that ball as though he was a big guy. That's what I liked about him.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he
All right,
played.
It's
He was
still,
like
Yeah.
kind
it's
of
still
ball
That's
top
hog.
because
three.
he had to
That
battle
play,
his wife all the time. You know he had to be tough, man.
that play
Yeah.
for me, that play for me was bigger. That play for me was bigger than the walk off lateral play for the Dolphins. Like I don't hold that in the same esteem as you guys do. It was like,
So anyway, let's move on.
it
Number
was
9,
like,
we're almost at the 50 mark. So
Okay.
we
Okay.
got
right.
at 60 linebacker Mike Nolan,
Colin.
Colvin,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember him.
Coleman.
Number 59, Ronnie Brown.
Oh
No-
no.
Number 58, Olinda Mare. Number
Oh.
57,
Wow.
wide receiver, Juice Jarvis Landry.
Love juice.
Okay.
56, cornerback, Terrell Buckley. Number 55, defensive tackle, Daryl Gardner, which was Jimmy Johnson's very first pick. Number 54, Darrell Harris, wide receiver. Number 53, defensive end, Trace Armstrong. Number 52,
Yeah.
linebacker, Kim Camper, and rounding off the list at 51, Mr. Brock Marion.
Man.
Bo
Hey,
Camper.
look,
Mm.
I'm sorry, man.
That list.
I'm sorry. Ronnie Brown, top 25. I'm sorry. That's
What?
me. That's me. That's
Yeah.
me.
Well,
That's
I
me.
would say
I
at
don't know
least
about
in the 30s,
25.
Big Nick. I would say at least in the 30s. And Brock Marion, I mean,
Yeah.
Brock,
he,
man,
he was
amazing.
pretty good too.
You know what? I
Yeah.
agree with you guys on all this, but at the same time, we still got to see who's in the top 50 and stuff.
You know what,
Right,
Papa
right.
Paul, that is
Yeah.
that is true.
You're
That's
right.
what's
Brock
really
Marion should've
hard
been
not
higher.
seeing.
Good point, Papa.
I mean, we can't. I mean, none of us can remember all the players of all Dolphin, but we remember when we hear the name, yes. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't agree with some of these, and that's
But
why I
Papa
haven't
Paul.
really said a whole lot. But I'm like, why? I don't agree with them. They should be higher up. A lot of them, to me. But then when I see names higher up, I'm like, yeah, I could see them being higher up than what they have been. Some of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's take everything in account. Put everybody where they're supposed to be. I think it's a consensus, unanimous decision that Ronnie Brown is not on the top half of the 100 list.
Mm-hmm. But the
Yeah,
one
He's
thing
not
I
on the
do
top
like about
half. He's not on
No.
the top half.
No, he should be on the bottom half. I agree, but
Yeah.
there
Okay.
again, but you also got to wait till you see the bottom half. You might think a lot of them should be even farther down on the bottom half.
Running back, but as far as running backs
But-
go, Papa Ball.
Well,
but-
running back,
Ronnie Brown.
you got to understand, this is all of the players. Defense.
Yeah, we
offense,
get it.
everybody.
Defense,
know.
offense. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and the
know,
good thing I
so-
like about this list,
1966, yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing I do like about the list I just ran off is players that Dolphins drafted, not transplants or free
Okay.
agents. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Yeah,
um,
the Dolphins.
Shake,
And-
would
and-
you
Well, no,
say
not all of
again-
them. Not all
I'm
of them.
just saying, but I'm seeing more of them, like Trace,
Oh, yeah.
More of
Brock
them,
Marion,
Yeah.
Kimbo,
majority
Camper.
of
No, we didn't
Yeah.
draft Brock Marion. We didn't draft him.
Or
We got
Daryl
No,
him.
Gardner.
Dallas drafted
I know we drafted Terrell Buckley and
Yeah.
No, we
Daryl
didn't
Gardner.
draft T-Buck. We didn't draft T-Buck.
Who drafted
Hey,
him?
But they had a
Shake,
longer
would you
period
say
with
who
us.
did
Green
the
Bay
list
drafted.
again?
Hmm.
Shake,
Yeah, but
say
they-
who did the
But
list.
they period and they had better success with us than the other team.
Well, I mean,
Well, he had a Super
we
Bowl
gotta-
with
we gotta
the
keep it-
Buck with the Patriots. So
Yeah.
we got to
Shake,
keep
shake.
it 100, right? We got to keep it 100.
Shake, would you say who did the
T-Buck
list
had
again?
one
Dolphins
really
Wire.
good
What is
year,
it?
and
Dolphins
it
Wire.
kind of improved his legacy.
Dolphins
with
wire.
Dolphins Wire. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Now,
think
and
another
he also-
thing. I think another thing to Papa Paul's point is, it's
appreciate you,
gotta-
Adam.
I'm 53, so it's taking me a second to go back and think about their stats and because there's a lot that goes into
Yeah.
it.
I
So
mean,
I'm
think-
having to-
Try
Exactly.
to
And what they did as a Dolphin.
Read, Dr. Reggie. Come on, man.
I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem. If this is strictly a stat
Dude.
ranking.
But
I think it's all in combined stats impact.
It's a
Because
little
a
bit
lot
of
of the players
everything.
that I might be naming, I will consider to be much higher because of the impact I perceive they had.
Right, but
But
it's
you-
not just the stats. You make a great point, but it also bears to go look at and say, damn, Ronnie Brown had X amount of yards plus his impact as well. And
Right.
for me, a lot of times you can say, was he there a year? That Ricky year, how many yards did he get? There's a lot that you gotta, at least for me, trying to jar
Right.
my memory to make sure I'm making a
Well, how about this?
evaluation
How about this?
about
For
just-
2 years, Ronnie Brown was the Miami Dolphins.
He was our running game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
that's what I'm
Ronnie
saying.
Was the
Brown.
Miami
Yeah.
Dolphins.
So that's
In
what I'm
fact, we
saying.
drafted him.
When we say, well,
You-
he should not be higher, then that's what I'm saying. And then I go back and I'm looking at his stats, and I'm like, damn, this was a stat machine. He's pretty high up there.
Yes,
So-
you got to look that Ronnie Brown did 991 yards in the 1-15 campaign in 2007, and he missed the last 9 games.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
think about that, Papa
we
Paul.
probably
You
would have won
think about his
earlier.
impact. I mean, seriously, I mean, that season was painful. I was actually at the game where we won that one game.
And I can tell you guys what's
Yeah.
lost in the sauce when it came to Ronnie Brown. Ronnie Brown was a 6'2", 227-pound running back that ran a high 4.2, 4.3, but he got hurt. And that
he
team was
got
never
he
able
got
to
hurt.
be shown like it
He
was
got hurt in
supposed to be.
2007 and could never come back from it.
That's what made him the number 2 pick, that speed for that guy that
Yeah.
died.
At
That
the
plus,
same
Yeah,
time,
don't
the
forget
draft
who-
was
He had hands like Terry Kirby, man.
Yep.
well, and
Right,
at
and
the
don't
same
forget who-
time, the draft was Cadillac Williams. If you remember, like they
Right,
came
that's
in
what
the
I'm just
same
gonna say.
Buddy.
the
Yeah,
same
Same time.
year.
Because
And
Cadillac
Ronnie Brown
went to
had a
Tampa
better
and
career.
Ronnie
Yep.
came to Miami.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
And Ronnie Brown is also the only running back for us to play quarterback for more than half the season.
Yep.
Well,
Left-handed too, by the way.
Wow.
yes,
But
yes.
you
I was
also-
just
He
about
put play-
Crypto. I was just about to come up and
Yeah,
defend
yeah,
Ronnie
yeah,
Brown.
Remember that? He was the number
Yeah.
2
First of all, Brandon Marshall too. I mean, maybe it's because he got most of his success somewhere else, but Brandon Marshall and Ronnie Brown both made it to my coffee cup. Like they were on my coffee cup along with Ricky Williams and Jake Long, so they should be higher up the list.
I think Brandon Marshall should be too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as far as Ronnie Brown, I mean, Ronnie Brown is the best quarterback we've had since Dan Marino. I don't understand why he's. I mean,
It took Belichick a long time to figure him out, color.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Belichick was
come
puzzled.
on.
that
You know,
game
I-
was
Shay,
But
you put up the
I
last
do
comment.
understand. I do understand, Big Nick, with what you're saying too, because I actually personally have Tony Martin higher up myself too.
Yeah,
I think one of the things that hurt Ronnie Brown was his last 2 seasons with us, because his first 4 years he had over 4,500 yards, and his last 2 seasons he couldn't even get 300 yards in
Right,
2
right.
seasons.
well,
The
but also
other
with that,
thing
Yeah,
I wanted
that
to add
injury.
real quick, Pam. The other thing I wanted to add is that to Big Nick is that there's a couple guys that we hold in higher regard because they were bigger stars at the team they were before us. For instance, Keith Jackson.
that doesn't justify him being over Ronnie Gatson.
But I'm saying if they're I'm saying if they're running like you're saying, like you were saying, if they're weighting the stats really heavy, then Keith Jackson didn't really put up a lot of his numbers with us.
Impact,
you know what I mean?
Impact, right? But
Sure,
impact
I
is
agree with
also-
you. I agree with you. I agree with you.
but also when Ronnie came in and it was, the Cadillac versus Ronnie, they both came out of the same Mississippi, out of
Auburn,
college,
actually.
Same
Auburn.
school.
Auburn,
And they both-
sorry,
Auburn,
Auburn.
Right.
Yeah.
So whenever
And Ronnie
that
wasn't the
happened,
starter at Auburn. He was the backup to Cadillac at Auburn.
exactly. And so it was like the Dolphins screwed up. Like from the very beginning, Ronnie was considered the less than Cadillac. But of course, in the end, that's not how it went down. Cadillac was, sketchy.
Career.
He got hurt
Yeah, he got
real
hurt.
easy, and
Exactly.
Ronnie had the better career. But when they came out, it was all about how the Bucks got the better, running back. They had the better draft than we did, and it wasn't so. So he kind of came in under a shadow a little bit. I think Ronnie
Right.
did.
Hey,
But what got him
back
to the
then,
number 2 pick was that combine. And I remember reading his stats, because I'm not a big college guy, right? So whenever you come to the Dolphins, I try to learn as much as I can about you, because I'm going to fall in love with you, period. So But I remember reading his stats, and legitimately, I promise you, I knew this dude was special when I saw his dimensions. When I saw how big he was and what he ran, I just because whenever you come to the Dolphins, of course, you're going to be the best player that ever played in the world anyway. So, you know, but Ronnie Brown, to me, his dimensions was just off the charts, and I just fell in love with him.
You had something to say? Hold on, Reggie had something to say. Go ahead, Reggie.
No, I was just saying, wasn't the Wildcats something special to watch, though, man?
Yeah. Well,
oh yeah, it took the NFL 15 games to figure it out.
Absolutely, Reggie. And ironically, even though I really loved playing wide receiver and catching the football and all that, I'm a huge fan of like just raw wishbone triple option like Georgia Tech style, man. And that Wildcat was something special to watch, man.
Especially that first game against the Patriots.
Oh yeah,
that game against the Patriots.
I tell you, Belichick was so frustrated. Man, he saw the look on his face.
But
I enjoyed every minute of that.
Man, that's
I
funny.
enjoyed every minute of seeing that.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That's real football, ladies. That's real football, ladies and gentlemen. That's poetry in motion. That triple option.
All right, let's get to
we started 0-2. We should have won both of those games, especially the Seattle game. And we started out 0-2, and everybody was already questioning Tony Sperano, never been a head coach, and it had been leaked from day one when Tuna took over. He said, "Get me Sperano," and people wanted other coaches. So it's like he said, "Fuck it, let's just do this. Let's see what happens." Man, we won 11 in a row.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So
go ahead,
all right, here we go. We're in the top 50 now. Coming in at 50, Jeff Dellenbach, center. At 49, cornerback Curtis Johnson. At 48, linebacker AJ Due.
Yes.
At 47, safety Louis Oliver. At 46,
all right.
Bob Brzezinski. At 45, Mike Pouncey, center. At 44, G5 Rashad Jones. At 43, offensive tackle Jake Long. At 42, my hero, linebacker Brian Cox. And Papa Paul, we were familiar with this guy. Number 41, OJ McDuffie. And rounding off the list at OJ McDuffie.
Man, they was doing so well. They were doing so well.
OJ McDuffie.
I don't know, though, Big Nick. I mean, we still got that. We still got the Hall of Famers left to go, bro. We still got the Dwight Stevensons of the world left to go, bro.
I know colors. Colors. The man was
about right, though.
The man was, let's put it this way. Injury total maybe cost him a season away from being a Hall of Famer. Mike Pouncey was that good.
Pouncey was amazing.
He had a lot of injuries, He missed games, but he was that good.
I mean, Dellenbach was Dan Marino's center for most of his career, man.
Yes,
and I would say,
I understand that, but I would say Matt Pouncey almost.
You gotta mention that guy's name, AJ Dewey, and those games against the Jets, man, and the way he performed, man. That guy was a beast, man.
Mm-hmm. It's like Color said, though. We got, and like I was saying, in the top 50, you got to wait and see who's there. We may not agree with everything.
Big Nick, we were looking at Dellenbach the other night because you had talked about him when you were in the blender with Shake, and a lot of people glaze over him and forget about him. But he was the center the year that we didn't allow a sack, bro.
Listen, man. Hey, it was Richmond Webb, Keith Sims, Jeff Dellenbach. I want to say Roy Foster and Mark Dixon, I believe.
Dixon was on the right side.
Yeah, Mark Dixon was the right tackle.
That's what.
Some people say his best position was left guard, but he wound up being a pretty good right tackle.
Yeah, he put him on the right. Shula had to put him on the right side.
Yeah. But I tell you right now, if Lusaka Polite's not on this list, I'm protesting. Honestly, I can name
See, it's already
play
too
after
high up there.
play.
See, but Pam, it's already too high up there for a fullback.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what
fullback.
I'm thinking.
That would
They've
mean
already
Tony Page
skipped
will have to
over
crack
him,
the
right?
list.
Yeah, I was
Color.
gonna say we haven't seen Tony Page yet, and that's
Right.
surprising me.
We haven't,
What
we
about
haven't
I
called
know.
Keith
Have
Byers.
He's
we
not
heard
on there
Andrew
yet, so I'm
Franklin?
fixing to have a cow.
And don't
Have
and
we
don't
heard
forget
Pam,
number
Andrew Franklin?
44
Pam,
that was a
Pam,
fullback.
they haven't said Keith Byers yet either. Come on, Pam.
I know,
That's
I
true.
Right.
know.
Keep
That's
Byers
true.
is a great.
Keith
Byers is
has got
another
to be
one
down
like
in the 30s,
oh
20s, 30s.
What
well,
about Andrew
Byers is
Franklin?
another one like Jackson that did most of his stuff with
Exactly.
somebody else anyway.
I beg to differ.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
Most of
beg
them
to
did it with the
differ.
Eagles.
We're not.
I
By
beg
the
to
way,
differ.
Jackson was more of
I
a
beg
beast
to
with the
differ.
Eagles.
I beg to
after,
differ. I'm
after
telling
the
you,
list,
at least
Irving.
3
After the list,
dominant years
Irving.
with the Dolphins.
Irving, after the list, we'll drop the link. But right now, like I said, I'm just keeping it small right now because
Hey, Pop.
Oh, they were
people.
Yeah,
definitely
go
good
ahead,
for
Shay.
us,
Go
Big
ahead,
Man.
beg
I'm
to
not
differ.
arguing that.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold
They
on.
were.
Reggie, what were you saying, Reggie?
I wanted to know, Papa, have we heard Andre Franklin? And if not, are we going to hear him?
We
I-
haven't heard.
We haven't heard them, and that's a good question because
We'll see. We're at 40 right now.
there's a
So
lot of
Papa
interesting
knows.
names.
He's seen the list already.
I just know that we had 2 Gators in the top 50. That's all I'm saying.
There
Yeah,
you
but
go.
David
Just
Montgomery.
saying.
Oh, that
Yeah,
means
David
this list is
Montgomery.
definitely trash now.
Somebody must have been smoking something if they got 2 Gators in the top 50.
And I don't see any
No,
Yeah,
samples.
they were
that's what I'm
good.
trying to
Miami
figure that out,
Dolphins.
Papa.
Hello.
Lamar Miller wasn't Lamar Miller on it?
No,
Yeah,
hold on.
you mentioned
Unless
them already.
you want you count Travis Minor, but yeah, whatever.
Travis Minor.
No, but anyway, let's finish. Wasn't Terrell Buckley a Seminole?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
I think it was.
All right, here we go. Number
That
40.
don't count.
40 wide receiver Chris Chambers. 39 defensive tackle Randy Starks. Number 38 defensive end Jeff Cross. Number 37 cornerback Tim Foley. Number 36 defensive end Vern Den Harder. Offensive tackle
Didn't hurt her.
John Geisler. 34 offensive guard Roy Foster. Number 33 center Tim Ruddy. Number 32 offensive tackle Norm Evans, and number 1 running back Mercury Morris.
Oh,
See, how do they have some? How do they have some cornerback from? How do they have some cornerback from like God knows when over somebody like Troy Vincent with how many interceptions in one playoff game, man? Like
Tim Foley, 1970 to 1980.
I'm sorry, but I don't think Chambers should be above OJ McDuffie.
No, I don't think so either.
Agreed with that one.
So okay,
OJ McDuffie.
somebody make an argument for Randy Starks over Derek Gardner.
I don't think so. I don't think
Randy
so.
Starks over OJ McDuffie.
Yeah, OJ McDuffie played, towards the end of the Marx Brothers. I mean, he came in when it was tough to make a name for yourself because there were such huge names on that offense. OJ McDuffie, I mean, come on, man, that guy is top Miami Dolphin, at least top 25, right? I mean.
How many offensive rookies that
He's the best thing He's the best thing Penn State ever put out.
Yeah.
How many offensive rookies of the year have the Miami Dolphins produced?
That
I know of 2, right?
Yeah, not many, right? 2.
Dan Marino and OJ McDuffie, right?
Offensive rookies. That's That's a good point. Jeez.
And where'd Color go to?
And Derek Gardner, arguably, I can say Derek Gardner was a top 2 defensive tackle tandem for the Dolphins ever. Like, you may want to go Manny Fernandez and whoever was his, but I can go Tim Boyens and Derek Gardner.
Yeah.
If they're not number 1, they got to be number 2.
Hell, they're the reason why Zach Thomas got off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how
Well,
did they
Gartner's is
have? I
something
forgot
else.
to mention. How did they have Stojanovic and Mare so far back, man?
Because they was the
I don't
best
know.
kicker.
Yeah.
Those guys meant
Probably
everything
the
to the
two
game.
highest, probably the
He
two
was.
highest scorers we have in history. You know, like,
Well,
Well, and I can tell you,
We
one
had
of
two good
the
kickers, man.
one of the plays where we were playing against the Raiders, and there was a cheap shot on Stojanovic, and one of my favorite players, Brian Cox, goes over to that bench. He's taken on the doggone bench, right, of the
Right.
Raiders. I mean, we're y'all got to go back and pull up the film, because Brian Cox is like fixing to take on everybody on the Raiders sideline. And it was a nasty shot on Stojanovic.
and how about impact?
career.
And how about impact? Like Big Nick was saying, impact. So Stojanovic, for instance, he's got
Brian
the
Cox
stats,
rookie
but
card,
he's also got the impact. The guy held the record for the third longest field goal in NFL history for like 15 years before Elam or Akers or whoever broke the record.
Janikowski
And
was
right. And he kicked that 59-yarder in the Meadowlands in the swirling wind against the Jets.
Yeah.
Now you can also make an argument that for a point in their careers, at least for 1 year, both of them was the best kicker in the NFL. I think both of them.
I agree. I can't decide who I like better, who I think's better. I think Mare probably actually edges Stojanovic out a little bit, but Stojanovic was one of the best kickers we ever had, man.
I gotta go with more.
He was like our Justin Tucker, where he just makes the distance.
Yeah, Orlando
Mare,
of all time.
he was Orlando Mare. Like
he might be like number 3 accuracy all time. Orlando Mare.
It seems
exactly.
Well, maybe he was number 1. He was number 1 for a while.
Go ahead, Reggie. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying that if I'm thinking about those two, it seems like I remember Pistol Pete making more big kicks. Olinde was really solid and steady.
Right.
But I remember Pistol Pete making a lot of
making
big
the big
times.
ones.
Well,
Exactly.
Stojanovic actually has the record for the most points scored for Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. Stojanovic was like our Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
You know he can make them from distance.
He was it. So Justin Tucker, which is he was Stojanovic.
Mare was like a pure soccer player, though. So as far as he's probably better, but I got a special place here for Stojanovic, man.
Amari will lay the wood on you too. Here, hit the shit out you.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You're right about that. Right about that, Big Nick. I seen that.
Amari will lay you out.
He cleaned the clock.
He was scared to hit you. He
You
was
guys
not
are really
scared
gonna
to
like
hit
the
you.
next 10.
All right, here we go.
Okay, well let's go.
Here we go. And number 30, defensive end Doug Betters.
Yes.
And number 29, offensive guard Keith Sins. Number 28, Tony Nathan. And number 27, Ricky Williams. Number 26.
Okay.
Hey, defensive back coach for the Florida State Seminoles, Patrick Surtain. Number 25, Mr. Put Your Gator in Your Shower, Manny Fernandez. Number 24, linebacker John Offerdell. Number 23, Bill Stanfield. Number 22, who leads the Dolphins in most interceptions with 35, Jake Scott, and the only 13 that has a Super Bowl MVP. And number 21, Dick Anderson.
I don't think I can argue with those.
Tony Nathan, that
I can't
high,
argue with
he
those.
was steady, but he was 700 yards, 800 yards. He was just steady. I guess longevity maybe, and he could catch out the backfield, but man.
And he can block too. He was in on all pass protection.
Tony Nathan logged 4 seasons in excess of 1,100 yards from scrimmage in 5 years between 81 and 85.
But his rushing was what? Probably 600, 700, 800.
But I still think somewhere in that top that top 10 of the 20s. I think somewhere still I can squeeze Ronnie Brown. I'm still on that.
Because
Yeah,
I think Nathan should be a little bit lower than where he's at. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You mean lower as in better
Closer to
position?
number one.
Oh, okay.
For nostalgia's sake, I can see him being inside the top 20. For nostalgia, Tony Nathan is the Miami Dolphins. I can see that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
22
I mean,
is
he's in the
synonymous with
top
Tony
25, right? So that's
Yeah. It's a
top 25 in the Miami Dolphins.
David Woodley and Don Strock is not too far behind. Then
Yeah.
They
Let's
still got to
find
be.
out.
Yeah, still got to be coming.
Damn right. So here we go. Number 20, Tim Bowens. Number 19, and number 18, sorry.
Okay.
Offensive guard, Ed Newman. Number 18, former Gator, Nat Moore. Number 17, linebacker, Bob Baumhauer. Number 16, our cornerbacks coach, Sam Madison. Number 15, Mark's brothers, Mark Clayton.
There you
Number
go.
14, Wakezilla.
Yes.
Number 13, the other Marx brothers, Mark Duper. Number 12, offensive guard Bob Kuchenberg. And number 11, Tua Tagovailoa. No, just playing. Witchman Reb. No, Witchman Reb.
I was going to say,
That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I feel like Tim Bowens need to be lower, but I don't know where lower. 20 don't seem right, but I can't really argue the 10 in front of him, the 9 in front of him.
So I mean, just sitting in the stadium watching, the Marx brothers. If you were actually there and you saw it, I mean, I know you can pull up video and stuff, but I'm just telling you, the electricity that went through the stadium when Marino is throwing and the Marx brothers are on the move. And Duper, it was great because it sounded like everybody was booing as do. I mean, it was just
right.
I just don't know how those two guys aren't top 10, but we'll see. But
I got you, Dr. Reg. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, me too.
I think it'll be hard to put 3 top 10 receivers in this list. That's why.
And then
you still got a couple of linemen to put in there.
Should be in the top 10 now.
That BB defense is all over the top 50.
Yeah, but that'll be 3 receivers in the top 10.
Yeah.
But
that's where those guys belong, right? I mean, seriously, even with OJ McDuffie,
But we haven't named the 3 Hall of Fame linemen.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
that's what I say.
Like picking your favorite child.
Yeah,
and then too, we haven't gotten to Paul Warfield either.
You gotta understand, there are so many good players, and we can go back and forth on who could be up there, who should be farther back, and this and that. And there's a good fight for all of them to be up there. There's a good fight for some of them to be farther back.
Yeah.
They are all. We love them all. That's
we love them all.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about Lusaka Polite not being in the top 100. Come on. I'm just telling you, we could count on that guy for a first down. It was just like everyone in the stadium, everyone on TV, everyone knew Lusaka Polite was going to get the ball. It didn't matter. He got a first down anyway.
I take out Carlos Dansby and put him in there because
Lusaka.
Yeah, I could take out a few people and put in Irving Spikes too.
I could take out a few people and put in Irvin Fryer.
Irvin Fryer was on
Urban.
the list.
Oh, he was on the list?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, before Shake reads a top 10, I'm going to tell you, I think number 10 should be ahead of the number 4 guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go.
Number 10. Can I take a guess at number 10? Can I take a guess And number
Go
10,
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Paul
Take a guess.
Warfield.
All
Paul
right. All
Warfield.
right. I'm not gonna confirm or deny. So.
All right.
No, I'll tell you right now, it's not.
Warfield.
Hey, thank you, Papa Paul, for ruining the. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Go
I'm
ahead,
glad I
Shake.
can be assistance.
Okay. So anyway, let's get top
Jeff
10. Number
Ulenhake.
top 10. Number top 10. Wide receiver Devontae Parker. No, I'm just playing.
Well, I was gonna say no, you didn't.
Y'all almost ran off the road. I almost
Yeah, you almost ruined the whole shit, man.
Well, you were yelling along. I was been yelling right along with Crypto on that one.
All right, here we go. New Hall of Famer Zach Thomas.
Yes.
Okay, oh yeah.
Number nine, Paul Warfield.
Okay.
There you go.
Number 8, Nick Bonacotti.
Okay.
Number 7, Dwight Stevenson.
Okay.
Number 6, offensive line Jim Langer. Number
Oh,
5,
okay.
Bob Greasy. Number 4, Mr. Neutrogena himself, Jason Taylor. Number 3,
Neutrogena. Yeah.
HBCU legend Larry Little. Number 2,
White Steven.
Larry Zonka, and of course number 1, Tua Tagovailoa.
Dan Marino.
Marino.
Don't even mess with him.
He's number 1.
He's
I
just a big old
thought it
man,
was
that's
Noah is
it.
him monogamy, Shake. You messed up.
Well,
Hey,
that's
I know
on my
that was
list.
a Hall of Fame list. The last
That's on my list.
Well,
That's on my list.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying-
sorry. The greatest center in NFL history should be top 10. I'm sorry.
That's fine, but
Who you talking about? Stevenson?
Yes.
Right.
The
Stevenson,
greatest
yeah.
center. The man played 7 years and made the Pro Bowl, man. I mean, made Hall of Fame.
That's back when Pro Bowl meant something. That's back when the Pro Bowl meant something.
No, I mean, he made the Hall of Fame in 7 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Also, Pro Bowlers back then still meant something.
As I said,
You know.
I still believe Zach Thomas should be ahead of Jason Taylor.
I don't know.
Zach Thomas's
That's a good
stats. If you look at it, Zach Thomas's stats are better than Jason Taylor's.
Yeah, but that's
I don't
because you
disagree,
had
though.
Bowens and that's because you had that defensive line in front of him that's opening gaps.
Yeah.
Jason Taylor
Right.
had to do that all by himself. Not to mention Jason Taylor was the one that was giving Tom Brady gray hairs.
Exactly.
And
Oh, that's
I
right.
think
You
Jason
ain't
Taylor
kidding
had
about that.
somewhere crazy number like 11 scooping scores, fumbles, or some junk like that. Like,
But hey, that's
Like-
know,
Yeah, but
everybody has
Zach-
their own opinion.
I'm telling you,
not mad at you,
Zach,
though, for that.
Zach was.
that take.
I
both
would
were
have
good.
to. I could go either way, but I could see Zach over Jason in the ranking. I really could, because Zach, you talk about who gave Pansy gray hairs. Well, Zach Thomas gave
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning gray hairs. And
but can I say this? Can I say this? And I think this would be an honest statement. Not one of us thought Jason Taylor was the first ballot Hall of Famer. The rest of the league did. The rest of the league did.
No, but when he got it, not
Well,
going
Tom Brady
into
did.
it, but I thought it was.
The GOAT quarterback did, Big Nick.
that's
I didn't
right.
even realize he was up. I
What
didn't realize
Miami
he was
fan?
up for
What?
it.
Wait a minute. What Miami fan didn't think JT was the first ballot Hall
Right.
of Famer?
I thought he was.
I thought he was first.
I didn't
ballot.
think he was the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Really?
Again, he's a guy
didn't think he was
made-
first
Because-
ballot?
because-
As far as
Because of how rare that is. First ballot
By the way,
Hall of Fame.
Irving,
Rare.
Lewis Oliver was in the top 50, so don't worry.
well, as far as
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
far as
Yeah.
Taylor over
Yeah.
Taylor over Thomas, I mean, how many times was Zach Thomas more important to our win than our offense?
Man, I tell you what, though. Hey, listen.
Quite a few times,
Yeah.
Color.
No,
also
I'm
thought
talking
that-
about Jason Taylor was like the reason we won ball games
That's
a
what I
couple
was going to
times.
say.
But
Jason
so-
Yeah.
Taylor
He
played-
single-handedly
Zach,
closed
though.
out deals.
Like seriously,
Yeah.
Zach
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
too. I'm just telling you.
Interception returns for touchdowns.
Yeah. His
Can we
he
say
had
this?
some
Can
serious
we say this?
game changes.
Yeah.
I got the
Can we say
front
that?
flip by Zach. The front flip by Zach, in the end zone, interception, and that whole front flip. I think the The referees were giving him a 9.5, 9.7. The Russian judge gave him a 9.56. Yeah, so.
Well, can we say this? Can we say this? These are the top 3 greatest defensive players in Miami Dolphin history: Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Cam Wake.
Cam Wake, you got to list. I mean,
Are those the 3 best?
Yeah.
Are those the 3 best defenders in Miami Dolphin history?
Yes. I love me some Cameron Wake. He was just awesome to watch. Oh man, he was.
What'd you say, Papa Paul?
He probably would say
top 3 defensive
5.
players of all time.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I just want to say with Zach Thomas, he only one time did he have less than 100 tackles in the 12 seasons he played with Miami Dolphins, and that one time was in 2000 when he only played 11 games and he had 99 tackles.
Oh, nice.
I can also, but I can say Jason Taylor. I can say Jason Taylor got Adewale Agunleye paid. He got Trace Armstrong paid. He got Joey Porter paid. He got Kevin Green paid. You know?
I tell you what, there's only one thing. There's only one thing when I think about Jason Taylor that's a big kick in the nuts, and I mean a big kick in the nuts when I seen him in that puke green uniform.
Seriously.
It was ever Jason Taylor then. Absolutely, it was ever Jason Taylor.
But also, he was played
abducted,
at Washington,
Shape Money. He
right?
was abducted.
And Zach went to the Cowgirls. I mean, there was so many just stab me in the heart.
No, listen. I'd rather Jason Taylor be with the Cowboys than fucking the Jets.
I didn't want him anywhere but as a Dolphin. I didn't want him anywhere. Throw a toaster in my shower. Seriously, don't send our players.
Toaster in the shower. That's a psycho.
Well, one thing I say about Zach Thomas, though.
What would have happened if Dan Marino would have
say this about Zach Thomas?
Peter went to the Vikings.
Would have went to Minnesota. What would have happened, guys? Seriously.
He probably wins the Super Bowl and comes back and retire here.
All I know is, listen. All I know is Don Shula would be rolling in his grave if he knew Mike Shula was a freaking offensive assistant for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, he would have had a cow, son.
That's
what
true.
Are you thinking? That's what he said, son. What are you thinking?
Yep.
Is that Don Shula's best coaching tree? His son? Seriously?
No, his coach. No, he had like 3 sons that coached.
No, I'm saying
his grandson's the linebackers coach for the Rams.
No, what I'm saying is his son's the best coaching tree that he produced.
Arnsparger.
In 33 years.
Arnsparger, yeah, Arnsparger. Yeah, I agree.
But Arnsparger didn't go be a head coach anywhere.
He did, but he didn't do it well.
Oh, he did.
Okay, G. Now G went too far. Ted Ginn, really.
I love Ted Ginn. Don't you do it?
You were doing it. That's my most hated Dolphin player. He's the only one I ever rooted against was Ted Ginn. Because seriously, the boy would see somebody coming and he would come up short for the first down every time so he didn't get hit. That was honest to goodness, my mama would have gotten more first downs than Ted Ginn.
He did that at Ohio State also.
You leave Ted alone. The way you love soccer is the way I love Ted.
I agree with Pam on that because I wasn't too crazy about Ted Ginn either. But I want to say one thing about Zach Thomas for the Miami Dolphins. That man, he played hard until he really took himself out of the Miami Dolphins because he gave his body totally to the Miami Dolphins, man. I gotta give Zach Thomas that.
He did.
After one practice,
he gave up his body.
After one practice, he sent Del Rio to coach him. After one practice, we had just signed Del Rio to a nice contract. He stepped on the field the first day of training camp. Don Shula told him, "Look, man, you might be a great head coach somewhere." So he going to go.
I can tell you though, Ted Ginn proved who he was. Florida Gators at Ohio State. First
Thank
play
you.
of the game, he runs one back for a touchdown, a kickoff for a touchdown, celebrates and hurts himself and takes himself out of the game. What a moron. What was the end score? 41-14 Gators. Go Gators. Gators shot.
That's
I don't
tough.
think that wasn't a
I want to
Gator game,
piggyback
was
on
it?
what
That
Pam
wasn't that
said.
was a UM
Pam, the
game,
reason
wasn't
why
it?
he came,
No,
he
no.
came out that hit. He took a good hit, and he decided he didn't want to play no more. Because
He
I
broke
watched that
his
same
foot,
game.
man. The man broke his foot. The man broke his foot.
Hey,
That's
listen,
because he
though.
was celebrating on the sidelines. Like, dude, you might want to finish the game before you celebrate.
Oh man, but I
He's
remember.
the one trick
I listen.
pony all speed.
I remember one thing about that game though. Me and my best friend, God rest his soul, Roderick, we were at his house, and when that kick return, he did that kick return. Me and him, it's like the fucking the life left the fucking room after that play. We're like, holy shit. This is gonna be a long game, but then we won 41-14. But it doesn't matter. Listen, Dr. Reg, hey, listen, I want to thank everybody for participating, man. You guys is what made this show possible, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, I do. Dr. Reginald, real quickly, you played against Miami Dolphins. You said you against the Dolphins, and you made a homecoming here in at was it Joe Robbie or was it the Orange Bowl?
Joe Robbie, yeah.
Yeah, Joe Robbie. Who did you line up against?
Was it Buckley, maybe?
Terrell
Nice.
Buckley.
Yeah.
Oh, you was getting grabbed the whole game.
That's back when you
I'll
can grab
tell you-
anybody you want.
Like I told you, why Pistol Pete won that game for us, we had a chance to win. Al Del Greco missed, and then Pistol Pete kicked like a 53-yarder to win the game, man. That dude, as I said, when I think about him and Orlando Murray, Pistol Pete is the one that really I just was so impactful. If the game was on the line, he wasn't missing.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I remember about T-Buck is that the hell you going for that interception for? It wasn't no interception that T-Buck. What are you doing?
He was a ball hawk, though. He wanted to
What are
make
you
plays.
doing? But you can't get that one, T-Buck.
Yeah, he
you said
wants
no,
to
you
make
can't.
every
Come on,
play.
T.
Yeah, well, that's one thing about Terrell Buckley. He's either making a good play or big
giving up a
impact,
touchdown.
or giving up a big play. There's no in between with him.
Yeah.
Every time there was a bomb
He
heading
lived
his
and
way,
died
my
by the
heart,
sword.
I could feel my heart beating a million miles an hour whenever a big bomb was going his way.
But he was a
Ain't
part of the number one
Terrell
secondary.
coaching today? I think he's coaching today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was. I think he coached the Orlando team for the XFL.
Right.
He was part of the. He was a part of the best secondary in football for 2 years. I tell you that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Like that secondary led by Brock Marion.
They
Oh,
were some
man,
ball
don't talk about
thieves,
Brock
man.
Marion.
They were some true thieves in that secondary.
And you know
some
what?
true
And then
thieves.
that iron sharpens iron because Sam was the man. Year one of him and Pat together, Sam was still the man. By that year 2, year 3, they go Pat.
Terrell Buckley's actually the head coach for the Orlando Guardians.
Yeah, Orlando
Right,
XFL
he
team,
is?
the XFL team. Yeah,
XFL team.
He's a head
yeah,
coach.
the XFL team. Yep.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this:
Oh,
Head
okay.
coach.
a lot of people remember the unicorn. In your opinion, which offensive line was the best all decade?
You broke
2008.
up there, Shake.
Which offensive line was the best one out of all of them?
Marino.
The one before the
His
Jonathan
line.
Martin line with Rich and Cut. The one before the Bullygate.
Marino line. They didn't
I want to
give
say
him a sack,
2008.
Oh yeah, the Marino line. I'm tripping.
I gotta say,
Yeah,
Marino.
Marino's line was good too. But Marino helped mask it.
Yeah,
He
but
got rid of the
still,
ball so fast and he made
Yeah.
decisions quick.
The man went the equivalent of an NFL season without getting sacked, man. So
All right, let me ask y'all this. All right, who was I asked Dr. Reginald Brown this question. I'm gonna ask y'all this: what would you rather have, Marino with Waddle and Hill, or Tua with the Marx brothers?
Oh,
Marino with Waddle and Hill all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marino with Waddle and Hill.
All day.
Right.
Like,
Moreno.
who the hell
Moreno
can
here.
cover a slant when the ball is going as soon as you say hike the ball going on the slant with them two? Come on, man.
Right. It was gone.
It's
You
gone.
was taking it to the house from 90 yards out. That ball was
It's
gone.
gone.
Mhm.
And
You know,
Tanner Connor catching every pass. Or his ass won't be on the field.
Oh, Marino will make sure he's not on the field if he catches it. He probably
But
will be the
Marino put
best tight end.
Marino put it
And
right there though.
Tyreek can't outrun Marino at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Is anybody surprised that Incognito was not part of the top 100?
Yeah, I know why.
Incognito.
I know
I
why.
loved his play. He was just nasty on that
Yeah,
offensive
he
line.
was nasty.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think his off the field issues is why he's not on there.
that's what it
Yeah,
was.
Right.
but
That's
his
probably
off
why.
the field issues were. I mean, when that first came out, I thought, dude, what are you doing? But then, as things came about, as you understood that, it was just crap. That was total crap. Incognito was a good
He
player.
should have handled it better. He
Yeah.
should have handled it way better, man. Tighten up, man. Go beat up Richie
Yeah.
Incognito, man. Y'all fight all the time. Punch him in his mouth. They'll break it up. Like, don't ruin
Yeah.
my team, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, don't ruin our
what,
team. Yep.
what messed him up was
Right.
him and Jonathan Martin not getting
Mhm.
along. That
Right.
was one of
Well,
Yeah,
but
but-
that was crap, though. That whole thing was crap. That guy
Yeah.
ended up being like a little whiny baby. Like, I mean, honest to goodness, take your marshmallows and go home.
yeah, man, you
See,
6'7", 300 and some pounds. Fight.
He's twice his size.
Right.
Yeah, just punch
But
him in the
see-
mouth. Yeah.
They gonna break
You
it
know?
up. They gonna break it up.
Right.
Punch him in the mouth. They gonna break it up, man.
But
I mean, Incognito, I thought-
He was, and Richie was smaller than him
just
too,
say this.
like
I'll
half
just
his
say
size.
But the
Hold
ringleader,
on.
was Mike Pouncey. That was the ringleader. That was the go-between. That
He
was
was the man.
Go
That
ahead,
was
Reggie.
the instigator.
Hold on, Reggie. Go ahead.
I was just saying that. I believe that Pouncey, Martin should have snapped the hell out of him. So let's be clear. About that.
no.
I would
Reggie, they gonna
Yeah.
break it up.
But it was-
I would also
It
say,
wasn't
though,
what they said it was. You know what I mean?
But
If
you
it was
you don't get to be a bully, man. And
no,
you know,
absolutely.
Sometimes you got to punch the bully in the mouth. You got to
yeah,
punch
but,
him out.
but the bully also.
But I
get
don't
to
know.
be a
He
bully,
was
though.
he was a
I just
weenie
think
though.
that,
Mark, I
leave
mean, he
people
was a
alone.
weenie. Like he made it up. Like it wasn't. If it was what I thought it was in the beginning, I was all against Richie Incognito. But it didn't turn out to be that. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
I don't remember that particular. So
I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like. I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like when they brought up the racial slurs that Richie. And you know what? As a brother, I gave him a pass because I know who his best friend was on the team. I know they were boys. That was locker room shit. That's the way people talk when you come around people. I'm sorry, it just is.
But
Especially in the
everybody
team
ain't with it.
atmosphere.
Everybody ain't with it though, and that's.
I know everybody ain't with it, but the only reason he brought it up because the man punked him.
well, and see, that was my thing. Like,
He was with it until he was with it the year before.
he was with it exactly. So I'm just saying that I think that it wasn't really that whole racial thing. I think that came up later because he wasn't able to get over on him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if it came down to you mistreating somebody like that, I was totally against Incognito because that is bull crap in your job that you have to put up with that. But that's not what it was. It really didn't turn out to be that.
Off the field, when you saw Mike Pouncey, you saw Richie Incognito. They were two peas in the
They were two peas in a pod, and Mike Pouncey would have called his ass out 100% if he was anything what he was accused of being.
Right.
And I mean, you can't have that. And I don't think it all kind of came out that it wasn't what it was made out to be. That was my whole thing. Because I was against Incognito until you heard the whole story.
But see, the coaching staff should have kind of nipped well.
Yeah, they dropped
They
it
should
too.
they should have nipped that in, but it shouldn't have spun out of control like it did.
That's right.
They could have nipped it in the bud earlier.
We had our left tackle. That's what I thought anyway until we found out he was off his cotton. But I thought we had our left tackle. He played pretty well that year before.
Yep. But then look what he did. Like, I mean, he was just a marshmallow. Take your little bag of marshmallows.
He didn't love football.
No, exactly. Exactly.
So
He
I'm
messed
gonna
up
go
my
around
team.
the panel real quick, and we're finna open this up. And again, I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to each of you. Name 2 players that wasn't on this list that you thought should have been on this list. Starting with you, Pam.
Oh, right here. Right here. Well, you know, one was definitely Lusaka Polite, and another one was Richie Incognito. Right there. There's my 2.
Dr. Reginald, who are the 2 players that you didn't hear that you think
I
should have been
didn't
on there?
hear Don McNeil's name, and I thought that maybe he should have made it. And then also one of the Blackwood brothers. I thought they were
They both made it.
loud.
Only one made it.
Blackwood.
Only one made it.
Oh,
Lyle
only
didn't.
one.
I thought both of them should have made it.
Right.
They were really good in the 80s back there in the safeties, both of them.
All right, you, Papa Paul, who do you think?
Lyle was one I thought should have been on there. And honestly, I just can't think of a second one right now.
All right, I'll come back to you if you could think of somebody. All right, let me see. All right, you, Crypto, Devontae Parker, and who else should have been on this list?
Yeah, maybe he should have been number 1 on that list. I'm going to say Tony Page, and I don't remember hearing his name, but Tony, I think the bowling ball should have been on there. And then I'm going to say Charles Clay.
Clay's a good one too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Polk.
I didn't hear Earl Ball's name mentioned in.
Yeah, he was
this
in there.
list.
He was in there.
Oh, he
in the
was?
top
Okay.
100.
Earl
Yeah, he was.
Morrell. Yeah.
Okay, then I gotta mention God, what's that linebacker name? Channing
Crowder.
Crowder. One
Channing
over
Crowder, right?
Go
I didn't
Gators.
Right, I didn't hear
Yeah.
Channing Crowder.
Yeah.
Crowder.
My other
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
My other one I was thinking of, really, because part of the Killer Bees is Charles Bowser. I don't think he was on there.
No.
No,
The
no.
Killer Bees.
Well,
Not a lot
go.
from the no-name defense.
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll say John Offerdahl.
He was
Oh.
there.
He was on there.
He was there. Yeah.
Oh,
he
John.
was
Okay,
on there.
then if John Offerdahl was on there,
That's right.
then,
He was part of the top 20, as a matter of fact.
then
Yeah.
if John Offerdahl was on there, then you guys can choose one of these 3 because I think one of them should have been on there. And those are 3 little running backs, either Troy Stratford, Irvin Spikes, or Mark Higgs. You can choose which one. And Bernie Kosar.
Oh yeah, Bernie had enough time with us to warrant. Yeah,
Wow.
he had just enough time, barely. He was like on that window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his impact to the team.
Yeah.
I mean, he called it a fake spike play. And, like, he won some games,
Yeah,
And then
Channing
I can also
Crowder
make a
did
mention.
well
I can
for-
also make a mention, even though it was one season, but I fell in love with him, and I thought he was special. I can make a for Steve DeBerg. I can make an honorable mention.
Oh yeah, the
Steve
Berg's a
DeBerg.
true journeyman.
Oh,
Actually,
Mr.
Honorable
Miami,
Steve DeBerg.
Bernie Parmalee.
DeBerg,
He could be on every
Parmalee.
team's list.
He's the
Parmalee,
Ryan
that's a
Fitzpatrick of
good
his
That's a
day.
good one, Pam.
Mr.
Mr.
UPS, Bernie
Miami.
Parmalee.
Yeah,
Parmalee.
Bernie Parmalee.
But Steve
That's a great
DeBerg was the Ryan Fitzpatrick of his day for sure. And
Right.
Also
Hmm.
oh dang, I forgot who I was gonna just mention. Go ahead, guys. I forgot who I was just gonna
I already got 2. And Color, this is going to be right up your alley. Number 1, the Prince, Wally Agunlie. And number 2, Crash Jensen.
Yeah,
Oh,
Crash.
that's right,
Another
Yeah,
good
how
one.
is
Jensen.
Crash
Crash is
Jensen not on
another
that
good one.
fucking
Yeah, how
shit?
Crash
The
wasn't on that
switch.
team.
Come on.
Wada Wally.
What do you guys think about
Yeah.
him?
Yes.
Oh,
What do you-
also, the man that got Shula's 347th win.
Doug Peterson. No, that's all he did.
Doug
Doug
Peterson.
Peterson. No, I didn't
Yeah.
qualify. Yeah. But what do you guys think about the 3 little backs? Troy Stratford, Mark Higgs, Irvin Spikes.
Definitely
Yeah, Irvin
Spikes
Spikes
and
was in.
Stratford. Yeah,
Higgs
Spikes
were
and
pretty,
Stratford.
he was a go getter.
Yeah.
You know, another one I
I'll
don't
give you
remember that wasn't on there was Troy Drayton.
Troy,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Troy, it was over. No, Troy, no. No.
I got another one for you. What about Larry? What about
And I
Larry
know him
Seifert?
personally, Crypto.
Well, guys,
Huh?
it's way past my bedtime. I'm going.
Caught
I
everything.
heard you, man. Hey, listen, I appreciate the time you gave me. Fins up, peace, love, and fins up, man.
Peace,
Thank
love,
you so
fins
much.
up, brothers, sisters.
All right,
Fins
take care,
up.
Papa
Fins
Paul.
All right, Papa
Y'all
Paul.
have a good
Yeah.
night.
I'm
What
right
about,
behind
Hey,
you, Papa Paul.
what about David
hey,
Montgomery?
Peace.
what about Larry Seifert?
Who?
Yeah.
Larry Seifert.
Matt Moore. Uh-huh.
Matt Moore. I
Matt
mean,
Moore.
seriously,
Ooh,
Yeah.
another one.
He was
Yeah,
definitely
Matt
impactful.
Moore.
he
And
was.
he's probably
Yeah.
the best backup quarterback we had in history.
Yeah.
He's probably our best
CQ.
backup in history.
I think when you
Scott
think of
CQ.
when you
Yeah,
think
he's all right, but I think Matt Moore was better.
Matt Moore is the ideal backup quarterback, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Randy,
Yeah.
He
by
was
the
the
way,
best
Randy,
backup quarterback we've ever
Crypto,
had.
yeah, he
you
was
think-
on the
you
he was
think-
on the list. He was on that list too. So anyway, listen, I'm gonna open up this panel. So I appreciate again you guys for
Yeah, Dick Anderson. Do you guys think Matt Moore was better than Scott Mitchell?
That's close. But Scott is good too. Scott got a
Yeah.
contract. Scott got the big contract. So yeah.
Scott got a bag.
Yeah, he was able to get himself the bag after
I
Marino
mean,
went down.
and not
yeah.
only did he get a bag, but he was targeted by that team to get the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit they wanted him all the time. Yeah.
Was Andre Franklin on the list? I didn't hear his name.
Reggie
No,
Roby.
he
That's
wasn't
a
on.
good one
No, he
too,
wasn't on the
Mr.
list.
Miami.
Yeah, but
No,
Reggie
Reggie,
Roby
he
should have
wasn't
been
on
over
that
his
list.
year.
Yeah.
No, Roby was in the
Hey,
50 something,
no
right?
Farrell Edmonds either. Come on.
Farrell Edmonds. Yeah, that's right. There's
Farrell
another
Edmonds.
one.
Yeah.
Urban Fire. I thought Urban
Yeah.
was there, right?
The man's
Wasn't
got,
Urban
Damn, yeah,
Fire?
the man's
Farrell,
got like
man.
2 or 3 sons playing in the league. How can he not be? I mean, come on,
Exactly.
man.
Exactly. The
Because you know
whole
what?
Farrell Edmonds family.
He was a prototypical. He was prototypical, but he couldn't catch.
He caught about the only touchdown we got the first time I ever saw them play live, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That was a heck
You know,
of a
when
one.
maybe that's what it is, Big Nick. You're right. When you're a little kid like me, and it's your first football game, and
Right. That's the
everybody that scores a touchdown that day is the greatest Dolphin to ever play the game. You know what I mean?
No Anthony Fasano. No
Yeah,
Anthony
you about right on
Fasano.
that.
Yeah, Fasano.
Trey, he
I
should have
thought
been on
wasn't he
there.
Fasano.
on
We got him on the
He was on
name.
there.
We got him already, and we got him in the name of
Yeah.
Durham Smythe, Lewis. Hey, Lewis,
Yeah.
Lewis will tell you. We already got
he was on Anthony Fasano.
2.0.
Anthony Fasano was on the list.
He was on there like in
Oh,
the
he was on
90s, right?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
on there.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
No
Fasano was
Cordell.
there.
No Cordell Chankersley.
Hankersley.
Type-
Ooh,
Yeah.
No, he kept getting run over.
dang.
He kept getting run over every time.
Nah, he couldn't get on the
Wait a
field.
minute.
He couldn't stay healthy. He got hurt.
Hey, no Wes Welker. No Wes Welker.
ooh, that's a,
Yeah,
Now,
no,
now, seriously, Color, that is like, how does that dude not make our list?
Because he didn't
did
do
it all in
anything
New
for the
England.
Dolphins.
he wasn't on
Because he
there.
did
no
it
He
for
didn't
the
do anything. He
Dolphins.
scored 2 touchdowns.
That wasn't on
Right,
his
he only
fault.
did it.
That wasn't his
He-
fault. He was
That's because
leading.
Tom Brady
Pam.
wasn't his
I'll tell you why,
quarterback.
Pam. I'll tell you why, Pam. Because he didn't do nothing for us, even though he might have been able to. I'm not arguing that, but he did nothing for us. And then he comes back as our wide receivers coach, and our star wide receiver drops 3 footballs in a playoff game. Like, what are we to do
I
with
don't
Wes
put that
Welker?
on
You know
Wes
what I mean?
Welker, though. I don't put that on Wes. I mean, come on. That dude ought to be catching the ball. I mean,
Well,
seriously.
if a
I don't put
coach
that
ain't
on
there
Wes.
to remind a player of the fundamentals, what is he there for?
So no
Yeah,
Rick
but
Graff,
he ought to
no
know.
Tom Boza, no Rick Graff, no Eric Kumaro,
Kumaro.
Hey,
no Marco
got
Coleman,
His
no
name.
Marco Coleman.
Marco Coleman.
Yeah, Marco Coleman, right?
Yeah,
Ricky
Marco.
was
What
there,
about Dave-
Mr. Miami.
what about David Woodley? We forgot David Woodley, Gus Wood,
Yeah.
I think
Correct.
he's on there. He wasn't on there.
I thought Woodley was on there, too.
He took us to a Super Bowl for him not to be on that team.
I'm telling you.
I don't remember
Skylar
David Woodley
Thompson?
name being mentioned.
Right.
I mean, the guy took us to a playoff game, man. You know?
Pat White. Yeah, Pat G.
No,
Pat
no
White was
Lamar
there.
Smith. No Lamar Smith.
Mar Smith.
Oh, that's right.
No
Lamar
Mark
Smith.
Higgs,
That
no
was-
Mark Logan.
Mark Logan, goddamn. How you gonna take me all the way back to Mark Logan? No Ron Davenport, no Woody Bennett.
Ron Davenport.
No.
Hey, I was happy to see Offerdahl in the top 20. I mean, the top 25.
Oh, yeah, he definitely should have been on there.
He should have been. Yeah.
Offerdahl
He should
actually
have been on
made
there
it.
for sure.
And he is right about just as far behind Zach Thomas as he should be. You know,
Well, he was the
like
first Zach.
I loved Offerdahl, but Zach Thomas, you know, yeah, he set the new standard, man.
Yeah,
He was
the first
definitely
Zach.
better
He
than
was a
Offerdahl.
tackling machine.
The only problem,
about-
the only problem with Offerdahl is Offerdahl will have 95 tackles, but 86 of them will be 8 yards downfield.
Right.
Hey, by the
Sounds
way,
like Jerome Baker.
hey, by the way,
I mean, that was back when their pads were bigger than their upper body. You know, when they, you know, you can barely move in them things, man.
hey, by the way,
That sounds like Jerome
mean-
Baker.
I mean, with John Offerdahl, can you make a play at the line of scrimmage, please?
hey, hold on. I agree with Pete real quick. I think Skylar Thompson is going to come out and show everybody what he's made of, and what's going to happen is he's going to fetch us a second-round draft pick. Mark my words. Skylar Thompson is going to get us a second-round draft pick and then fizzle out. So a 7th-round rookie is going to get us a second-round draft pick. Chris Greer.
Yeah, but 2 years from now. 2 years from now. We can't turn over
Appreciate
to a young backup again. So it got to be 2 years from now. We'll draft
Hey,
what's going on?
next year.
Mr. Irving, ¿qué pasa, mi
Hey,
hermano?
what about
Yo, what I shake was good, bro.
Hey, Irvin.
what's up, Irving?
Hey, Miss Pam, how you doing? What's up, Mr. Paul? What's up?
Okay, fine.
What's up, brother?
All right, I'm sorry. He's going to get us a first-round draft pick. So from
Well, we were hoping
7th to a first.
We were hoping Mr. Polk would have could have got the 2-for-1 special on his headphones and sent you the other pair, Irving, but we don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah. Right.
Hey,
Gotta get you some clip or some bows.
Hey, Color. I listened to you, bro. I got
If you
some
send me a
new
pair of
headphones
bows, I
on
would
right
really
now.
appreciate it.
David
Yeah,
Boston
I hear
wasn't on
that,
that
Mr.
list,
Polk.
was he? Now, was David Boston on that list?
Actually, a decent
he wasn't.
microphone on him, too,
David
Mr. Polk.
Boston, yeah. He
You
didn't play
sounded
enough
better than you
for it.
ever have.
No, he sounds
He-
great.
He was
Mr. Polk, you sound great.
He wasn't a football player.
he had
when
too many
played for us. He was
steroids.
not a football player. When
Yeah, he
played
was
for-
a bodybuilder at that point.
When he
By the
stole
time he
that
came
money
to
from the
us,
Dolphins, he was not a football player.
Hey,
yeah, he was
Big
already
arms,
in the Mr. Universe
Man,
competition.
he had some big arms.
did he even play a snap? Did he even play a snap for us?
Yeah, he did. He did.
He did.
Yeah, there,
Hey, what
there
about-
wasn't. The list wasn't for who's got the biggest arms on the Dolphins. No, so he didn't make it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me ask you guys a question, right? You got to
Y'all
take
remember
one of
J.J.
these two
Johnson?
players. You got to take
J.J.
one of these
Johnson.
two players based on the performance that they did for the Miami Dolphins. You have to take one. David Boston or Chris Carter.
Say it again now. Say it again.
You have to take one of these players based on what they did for the Dolphins. David Boston or Chris Carter.
Carter.
It's gotta be Chris Carter. I would say that.
Yeah.
I ain't taking Chris Carter dropping touchdown, 7 touchdowns dropping. I ain't taking
I'll take Marty Booker.
It's one big spider right there.
Marty Booker.
Wow.
You
I'm
got,
not
you got a big spider there, Crypto. Big
Carter,
spider.
your whole gimmick, your whole
See it right there?
in the NFL.
There it is right
Your
there.
hands.
You see it?
Your hands.
that's the one-
How can you
that's-
drop so many
that's the one-
touchdowns for us, Chris? Especially
That's
in
the one that
crucial
big
times,
Urban.
Chris.
Yeah,
I
there
think
you
he's
go.
coming for you, Crypto.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the one
he's
that
coming
fit
for you.
Urban. That's a retroactive one, so I'll be climbing up walls pretty soon.
Now, see that's what happened. See, crypto. That's what happened when you keep giving DVP a hard time. See,
I ain't scared of no spider.
Crypto, no
I
joke,
love
bro.
him.
No
Listen,
joke.
Hey,
Crypto. Hey, how's it going? Crypto, no joke. I'm arachnophobic, right? And that spider actually
What's
looked
up?
bigger
What's
than
up,
what it
buddy?
really was. In my opinion.
Damn.
In my opinion.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I'll do for saying that. You know what? I'm out of here.
Right.
So what is it called? What is it called when you don't?
Right, Crypto,
Right.
Crypto's got a spider in his house, and Ali's burning his computer monitor and shit.
What is
Seriously,
it
man,
called? What is it called when you're afraid of everything that doesn't have the brain the size of a human?
Oh shit, there is something for that, isn't there? I don't know what it's called though.
Whatever it is, that's me. Whatever it is, that's me. If you don't have a brain as large as a human brain, I'm afraid of you.
Well, actually, to be honest with you,
reptiles, birds.
We don't.
By the way, there's some people that I know that don't have the brain size of the human. So,
we also. Well, you know what else? Homo sapiens don't have the largest brain that humans ever had either.
Well, we have the largest brain.
I think a couple of the other human species had larger brains than ours.
Mr.
Like
305.
I don't think so.
Big Nick runs from the Buffalo Bills fans.
Hey, but think about it. People like my biggest fear of all, like, I hate creepy crawlers, period. I don't fuck with creepy crawlers at all. Nothing.
I know the fear.
But dogs,
camel spider.
The reason I can never have a true affection for dogs, I don't harm dogs, I don't wish them bad, but to me, I can never get over the fact that their brain is only so big, which allows only certain functions, and one of those functions is biting the shit out of me. So I said,
hey, I tell you what, one of my favorite one of my fears is heights.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I did the sky coaster, and I'm afraid of heights. I crap my bed still thinking about the sky coaster I did, and what was worse, I had to pull the ripcord.
Oh, Shake, you couldn't be me.
Big Nick, are you saying that are you saying you're an anti-Canaanite?
I'm anti. I don't want to say it because I'm not cruel, right? But I'm anti-animal.
You're an anti-animal.
I'd rather be with animals than people.
If you put a Tweety bird in my hand, I'm gonna be shaking.
Me too.
Because there's only certain functions his brain allows him to do, and one of them is pecking the shit out of my arm.
Oh man,
that'd be like woodpeckers too.
It's the
That's hilarious. Big Nick's got one for every animal on the planet. It's like that turtle's brain only allows him to do one thing,
but Big Nick, but hold on, Color. Big Nick has a point because my dad is a big time bird lover, right? And he has these African parrots and stuff. And he has one that doesn't like me at all. In fact, the first time I met it, it jumped out of its cage on the ground and chased after me and bit at my ankles, bro.
Oh,
and then
hilarious.
to this day, and I kid you not, to this day, every time I come to my parents' house, it gives me the wheelie eye, bro. I'm not kidding. It's looking at me like
they got an ankle biting bird. They got all these parents have an ankle biting bird. That's hilarious.
No joke, bro. No joke.
The stink eye. That's what he gives you, the stink eye.
The stink eye? Yeah, the stink eye. That's what it does. It's like, I see you. I know you're here. You know?
The parent's like, I'm an ankle biter. I'm an ankle biter.
Is there a non-lethal bite more painful than an ankle bite?
I don't know. I don't know. It hurts either way.
Oh, well, everybody knows I'm Cuban, right? So when I was living in Miami, we used to have fighting roosters. And one thing about those
Japanese, bro.
One thing about those, we look similar, but one thing about fighting roosters is the second you walk into the yard and you turn your back, those roosters are attacking you. They're very territorial.
Bunch of backstabbers, man. Damn.
Yeah, and they got that little spur. They have those spurs, and they will jump up and they will hook you with those spurs. So we had one chicken, and his name was Bold. That's what I called him, Bold. And I used to drop kick him all the time because he wouldn't mess with my husband, but he was always after me. And every time I'd sit down in the chair, he would get up on the chair right behind me and like come for me. And he's only like maybe 10 inches. I mean, he's just a little guy, right? But drop kick that rooster because they will come for you.
Yeah, and birds are jealous. That's why they act the way they do towards humans, because they're jealous that we inherited the earth and they died out. They're like they went extinct. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna kid you, Color. That African parrot that doesn't like me, he loves my dad. He actually sits there and pets my dad like it's his pet.
Right. Well, their
As soon as I come around, holy crap.
Right, they're just jealous because their ancestors died out. You know what I mean? The dinosaurs. You know what I mean?
You guys know that.
Speaking of birds,
that most disrespectful little light beetle, the one that loves the light that always crashes into walls. His stomach is a box of fucking rocks, but he's always like.
I can't stand them jokers.
Oh my God!
You talking about fireflies, June bugs?
No. He talking about it, like if you turn on outside a certain time of the year, these bugs start coming towards the light and crashing against the wall. And if you standing there, they'll be crashing on you. I know what you're talking about, Big Neck. Man, I can't.
By the way,
now. Oh my
they so disrespectful.
What's funny is, listen,
yeah, it's good.
We have cats and dogs, me and my girl, right? So whenever I go give my girlfriend affection, the dogs bark at me. And I have a cat. Whenever she gives me affection, she hisses at her.
Yeah, nice.
Speaking of football and birds, did you guys hear about Rodney Hudson's dad?
No, what's that?
He just got arrested in Pennsylvania for shooting a bald eagle.
Damn.
Oh, wow. In Pennsylvania, of all places. Wow.
Yeah.
In the state of Florida,
why would you?
I think it's illegal no matter where you're at.
Don't tell me it was in rural Philadelphia.
I just know it was in Pennsylvania somewhere.
By the way, Mr. Polk,
black bears in here.
Man, that's gotta be at least $1 million.
Mr. Polk, I can give you a list. Hey, Mr. Polk, I can give you a quick list. I can give you a short list of plants that you can put out on your porch, dude. That'll get rid of all them bugs, man.
Especially the creepy callers.
Almost overnight, bro. Almost overnight, bro. Your whole porch will be free of all them bugs, man. That you get in the summertime.
So
my problem, Color. My problem really, that was to another house I was at. Now the problem is that it's mosquitoes swarming around the door. As soon as you open the door, they fly in. That's what my problem is.
Yeah, there's a whole list of plants that'll take care of that right out. Like within 3 days, bro, they'll be gone, man.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Color, I had told my dad about the basil you asked me about, and he said yes, get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some seeds, man. But I found a place to get them from.
Yeah, what's up?
You know what? Bald eagle tastes like?
I have no idea.
Manatee.
I would imagine chicken.
Right.
It's just a joke.
I know. I get it.
It's just a joke.
Yeah, I need an honest answer from everybody. Am I the only one that's going to survive a zombie apocalypse?
Survive.
I'll survive because
I don't know. I mean, I got plenty of basil to eat.
They have nothing to eat over here, so they'll be fine.
I'll be living off basil, Big Nick. I got a lot of basil to eat.
Between my father and my father-in-law and my house being solar and all the stuff we have, you're not going to be the only person, bro. I'll be here to chat with you online, no problem.
All I know is my girlfriend has the brains of the family, so I'm safe.
Hey, Shake. You got the same fears, but
I know I ain't getting bit. I know that. I know I'm not getting bit. I can promise you that.
I watched too many episodes of MacGyver. I'll figure it out.
All you need is a paperclip, Crypto.
Everybody is like thinking about like all the firearms they can get and stuff. Actually, the weapons that you should really have during the zombie apocalypse are the melee weapons. To be 100% honest. Because you think about it, you never have to worry about ammunition or anything like that. And you can silently kill zombies without attracting more. You know what I mean?
Attracting more to you.
Public
is
mine, and I'm not sharing with none of you guys. That's where I live at, and I daily step foot in the parking lot.
And not to mention, I get most of my information from this book that I happen to have right next to me called The Zombie Apocalypse Survival Guide. No joke. Read it.
I know I'm going to
I'm coming to your house, Ali, when they come. The minute I get one climbing up and down my roof.
Listen, y'all are all going to die. This is what you got to have. You need a cook around you. You need a cook. Everybody
true.
wants to eat. And if you have a cook around you, like people will come to you, they'll bring you whatever, they'll take care of you. So I cook. So
Hey, listen,
Here it is. If you didn't believe me,
I'll survive. I could survive off bologna sandwiches.
Hey, I'm gonna survive. Because if you with me, it's my way, or you can go by yourself. I got to leave my house.
you going out first because you're scared of bugs. I'm just saying, you better get over the bug thing.
Well, I'm never getting over bugs. Right now, this day, my daughters called me in the room. Dad, there's a guy in the house. Right, and they call me with enthusiasm, and they understand I'm just as fucking afraid of them as you are.
I love
But I gotta do it.
let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you this, since we're on this kind of a subject. Have you guys ever had cattails? You guys know what cattails are? Do you guys know what cattails are?
Yeah,
right?
it's a plant.
Yes, people don't know this, but they're very edible and they're actually really nutritional.
Yeah,
for
I
you.
just found out like a week ago you could eat those things, Ollie.
Yeah, they're actually really good for you. So I mean,
Cattails.
as long as I
Wait,
can get a
now,
hold
hold
of
on.
cattails, I'm okay, bro. I'm all okay.
I don't know about that plant.
It's a plant that grows on like
He's right. Swamp cabbage.
ponds and stuff like that has
But
cattails.
we got a pond full of tilapia.
Mm-hmm.
And the swamp cabbage is right.
Oh man, I tell you what.
Wait,
When Dixie I live, they have a deli. They have like one of the nicest delis in Southwest Florida. Right? And that's not saying a lot, but anyway, they have this tilapia and beer batter. I am hooked on that tilapia. Every once in a while, like maybe once or twice a week, I'll get the tilapia with some turnip greens and mac and cheese. Delicious.
Okay.
I can tell you right now, Jake, our pond is full. We have hundreds of tilapia. You could walk on water across the tilapia in our
this
pond.
is what
Yeah,
cattails look like.
bread. You don't even need bread for them things. Just get a little gold hook, man, and dangle
little
it.
hook.
Put on them.
Yep.
What do you season them with? What do you season the cattails?
You eat them raw.
Oh, you just eat them raw. Okay.
You just eat them raw. You can probably do a couple different things, but eat them raw. My father-in-law taught me about this.
I would
He's like,
deep fry them. Imagine deep
Ali,
frying them. Probably like
ain't cattails a water plant?
some sort of water plant, exactly.
That's what
Yeah, Mr. Paul.
So does it
Mr.
come
Paul.
from the cactus family?
No, Mr. Paul.
no.
So like if you're walking around your average pond or lake in South Florida and see that stuff that looks like really tall sawgrass that sits around in the corners of the pond, and it gets those like tall spikes that come out with that little brown, like looks like a
hot dog.
I don't know. It's like a little brown stick. Looks like a little velvet. Looks like a little velvet stick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a cattail. That's why they call them cattails.
Yeah, cattail is also known as bulrush. That's another name for it. They have various different versions, by the way. There's southern cattail, narrow leaf cattail, and some type of Australian version.
They get this yellow pollen on them, and we used to like beat each other with them to like get the yellow stain all over everybody.
I used to do that. I thought it was the only one.
No. But they're illegal now to
We
mess
used to have
with.
cattail fights as kids, man, out in the backyard.
I remember those
play with
days.
them like swords.
And I'm not moving to the mountains if that happens either. I won't.
Because they would mark you with yellow if you got hit, so it was easy to have a little sword fight. You know what I mean?
Has anybody actually seen a tumbleweed before?
Mm-hmm.
Tumbleweeds.
You see on the west.
Yep.
Yeah, I seen
Are
them.
they?
In the desert, I seen them all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
There's this new thing that I really want to try this year. It's called Lombardi. It's something that supposedly quite a few years ago we got 2 of them, and I want a Lombardi because the Buffalo Bills fans are never going to get to taste that. So
You know,
Not being honest.
I'm thinking it's some kind of Italian vegetable, bro. I'm totally buying in, Ollie.
Supposedly, it only blooms once a year, bro, in
That's
February.
awesome.
So I
It's an
mean,
Italian vegetable.
Yeah, in northeastern Italy. It's the only place it grows in northeastern Italy.
Hey, this,
Right.
this is a preview of the Dolphins game this
That's
week.
awesome.
We're gonna hand him that L, and of course, Antonio Brown. He made a prediction this year.
There you go,
And,
AD.
and don't forget the restaurant, the very exclusive restaurant that they serve Lombardi at. They've actually invited Buffalo there 4 times and ran out of food each time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Pam, did you see?
Can I
Did you see
ask
Aaron
you-
Rodgers? Did you see Aaron Rodgers in his new jersey?
I did.
No, I gotta
I
see
did.
it.
There you go. There it is. Look.
He can still play.
Man, he looks like a day older than Tony Bennett.
Let me tell you what, he
Bro, he looks like Pat
looks
Riley, bro.
so old.
He looks like
I'm
Pat Riley.
sorry, the dude is younger
He
than
does
my
look like
son.
Pet Rally. That's what I
Hey,
said.
who's the guy from Who's the Boss? Because that's who that looks like. Except
Tony
he's
Danza.
Oh
not.
my
Tony.
God.
Tony Danza, 90 years
Tony
old.
Danza.
Yeah.
He looks
Aaron
112.
Rodgers does kind of look. He looks kind of like a cross between Sam Elliott
Yeah, I
and
just
Tommy
finished something to
Chong.
say.
Hey, don't put disrespect on Sam Elliott's name like that, bro.
No,
Exactly.
I'm
Sorry,
saying,
Sam Elliott's a
like,
much
no,
better
bro,
looking
like,
man. He has
Ali,
better class than go play for the Jets too. So
No, Ali, mix Sam Elliott with Tommy Chong, bro.
I know what you're saying. I respect Sam Elliott a lot
You're
more.
talking-
than that. That's all.
I would say
Not Wayne Chung.
better roles. I just need.
I would say more like I would say like a cross between Pat Riley and Hunter Biden.
Oh my
Or
lord.
like
Pat Riley.
more like Sam Elliott and Nicolas Cage.
Ali, Sam Elliott. The only problem with Sam Elliott is Sam Elliott has to stop playing Sam Elliott. You have to stop playing Sam Elliott.
Hey, you're right, Big Nick. You're right, Big Nick. But he's such a good Sam Elliott, bro.
But that's the thing, Big Nick. But Big Nick, think about it. He has the best gig in the world. He gets to play himself, bro. That's the best gig in the world. He doesn't have to
Everything,
be.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, who knew that Morgan
Name a
who
movie
knew-
with Sam Elliott that wasn't good, bro. Name
Yeah.
one movie that wasn't good.
What's his name?
No, even
Who knew that?
this movie was good. That
Hey,
Mask.
No, but who knew that Virgil Earp was exactly like Sam Elliott? You know what I mean?
I'm just telling
There's
you.
another Sam Elliott out there, though. I forget his name, but I can tell you he plays in The Walking Dead. That Keegan guy, he plays the same character every movie he's been in.
Yeah, I know what you
Hey,
mean.
that's what you
You know
call
what, Big
typecast.
Nick? Big
He's
Nick.
typecast.
Same with the villain from the first season, the brother. What's his name's brother? The guy
Yeah,
that ended up
those guys are typecast.
The guy that ended up losing his arm and tying a knives to a sword to it or something. What was it? The guy that the biker? What's his name? The popular guy on the show. What's his name?
Are you talking about the one that looks like the cat?
Well, who's the guy that Norman Reedus?
Perlman, something Perlman.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
think
not
I-
Ron Perlman. It's not Ron Perlman, but I can see why you think it's him. You know, because he plays in a lot of shit like him. He also played in Tombstone. He was one of the guys that were with the Cowboys and then like left them.
Speaking of Tombstone, does Kurt Russell play anybody but Kurt Russell?
No.
No.
Dang.
But I mean,
Pliskin
Aaron
and
Rodgers
Russell. That's
looks
all he
as old
plays.
as
Pliskin
Kurt
and
Russell.
Russell.
Yep.
Aaron
Snake
Rodgers is
Plissken.
Aaron Rodgers is a year younger than my oldest son, and my son looks like he could be his child. That guy looks so old. I'm telling you, he looks older than me, like by a long shot.
And Big
He
Nick,
looks
if you're looking for a male actor that's a true chameleon, bro, you wanna watch some Daniel Day-Lewis, bro. That guy, man.
Daniel
Holy
Day-Lewis
shit,
is legit, bro. That guy.
No, but
That guy's.
there's a few out there. Like I can name Leonardo. Leonardo play a different character every single
Yeah,
time.
Leonardo, he's all right. Yeah.
And then like Ed Norton,
Hey, go
Edward Norton is
figure. Go
awesome.
figure. Hey, go figure. Leonardo and Daniel Day-Lewis played in a movie together. Go figure.
Yeah. Agent Brody is awesome.
Yeah.
That's another thing we should do. We should, the Dolphin community, we should have did a movie night.
We can still do it, bro. We can still do it.
Yeah, because
As a matter of fact, you know what? As a matter of fact, this Saturday, when I do my other flavor of W energy drink, we'll do that this Saturday.
Yeah.
What gives you guys?
That'd be good.
What's your favorite type of movie? A first run movie or a B movie? A big production movie or a B movie?
No, I like the big productions.
It depends.
I mean,
it depends.
It is.
There are some really good. There are some good B movies.
I like B movies. I like B movies that should have been big productions.
Yeah.
That's how I discovered Michael Madsen. That's how I discovered Ed Norton. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's so many.
You know another one too.
Ed Norton's a good actor.
You know another one too blows away his brother in acting skills, man. Is Casey Affleck, dude. That dude is a legit actor, man. My God, that guy's good.
You know, I just thought of another major actor back in the day that got to play himself, and there's not a movie that you can say that he played somebody else. John Wayne. John Wayne played himself from day one. The very first movie to the very last.
Elvis too. So did Elvis.
Even when they put
that is true. You're absolutely right about Elvis.
Even when they put him in brownface and he played Cochise, he was still John Wayne. You know.
Hey, in the modern day John Wayne, the only character this dude can play as himself is Kevin Hart. I was thinking of his movie because it's the same movie.
He is the same guy in every movie. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, but he's fucking hilarious, dude. Can you blame him?
Right.
Yeah. There you go.
Martin Lawrence can do the same thing too.
Like that Big Nick female actress, Melissa McCarthy is just like that, just like Kevin Hart, man. Plays the same freaking comedian in every movie.
So right now, who's the one actor, no matter what movie he's in, you're watching?
Morgan Freeman.
Oh
yeah, Denzel Washington.
Bro, I haven't watched anything but Avery Brooks' Deep Space Nine for like the last 6 months.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There was one actor that, like, when I used to go back in the day when Blockbuster used to be a thing, and I used to see him on a cover, I would get the movie just because it was him, and that was Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah.
Right now, the
one actor is something else.
The one actor
Leslie Nielsen is something else.
The one actor I'm watching, this guy would even have me watch a romantic comedy if he was in it. And I am against romantic comedies. I'm sorry, they just don't do it for me. But I would watch one if Mark Wahlberg was in it.
Romantic comedy.
Oh, I know he's
in romantic.
Wahlberg was in it.
Yeah,
he's a pretty decent actor, bro. He's a pretty decent actor for the whole.
Anything he's in, I watch it.
He's
Leonardo, anything they're in, I watch it.
A far better actor than he was a musician.
I got a guy that I have an actor that I will watch.
Oh, Wesley Snipes, that's a good one.
I have a really good actor that we haven't mentioned. You guys haven't said anything about, and he honestly can play the best good guy and the best villain at the same time. And every movie he's been in has been a major hit. And nope. Christoph Waltz.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
if you don't know who Christoph Waltz is, you don't know movies.
Yeah, his body of work is in out. Yeah, you know, he's a Daniel Day-Lewis, limited work, but he's going to put out masterpieces.
Exactly.
I don't think he has limited work, bro. I think that guy can do anything. Everything he's done.
No, Ali. What he means is he's choosy. He's choosy. He doesn't do a lot of movies. He's choosy.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
No, you know who I used to be anything that I feel like that. If they make a B movie right now, Cuba Gooding Jr. I'm watching all his B movies.
I've watched all of his movies. Definitely.
I just watch him in general.
What was his first? What movie did he first appear in?
Boys to
Men.
Boys to Men, right? No. Or Boys to the Hood. Boys to the Hood. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Nope.
No, it was the one. It was the one where he was sitting in the barber. He was in this barber shop.
Coming to America.
Coming to America. That's right.
Yeah, he was in the barber shop. He was getting a haircut. Right. He was the one getting. He was in the barber shop. That's right. That was him.
I was thinking of Chris Rock with Beverly Hills Cop, man.
And by the way, here's another trivia question. What was Quentin Tarantino's first movie TV appearance ever on camera.
In which he was in on camera.
Yeah, his first appearance.
I would
I
say
know
it
this
probably
one.
would be Dust to Dawn.
Pamela, you mentioned Harrison Ford.
That's
What
a
is
good one,
Harrison
too.
Ford?
That's one of my favorite movies.
What is Harrison?
Because I like horror and thriller.
Hold on.
That was my favorite category movie.
Let's
People are cutting it out for me. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all good. Who, you guys? Can you guys guess the first appearance?
I'm close, Shake. I'm close, but I can't think of it.
All right. It was Golden Girls. He was an Elvis impersonator on the Golden Girls.
My God.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Hey, I love Beyonce. I love Beyonce because she looks like my mother. Seriously.
I want Pamela to answer this question.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You said Beyonce?
Pamela, I want to
You
answer.
said she remind you of your mom?
My mother's a black Beyonce. They look identical to me.
Oh, wow.
Pamela, I know the answer to this question, but I want to see if you know it. And
My
no
mom
cheating.
reminds me of
And
Neil
no cheating.
Carter. Neil Carter is my mother.
Harrison Ford's first major production
Neil
movie.
Carter. That's if you see Neil Carter, you're looking at my mom.
I would have guessed that.
First
I would have
major
guessed
project.
that.
I would have said Star Wars.
You're right. It is Star Wars. That's the first
Star
movie
Wars.
he's ever played in.
Yeah, yeah.
He was
What's up,
actually a
Todd?
plumber that they were using, and they're like, they liked his attitude. They're like, hey, come try this out.
I was there. I was there. Ollie. That was like the year Shake was born. That came out that year.
Yeah,
Grease.
78.
And you know what's
Grease
funny
too.
about
My favorite movie
you
is,
saying,
you know,
hey,
sci-fi.
you know what's funny about you
Grease was
saying
that
that?
year.
Hey, you know what's funny? You saying your mom looks like Noah Carter. When when I first, before I ever saw you in person, and I just going by your voice, I imagine you look like that guy from what was that sitcom with Urkel in it? You know, the guy that played in Die Hard, the cop in Die Hard.
Yeah.
I swear to God, you look like him, bro, based on your voice.
A lot of people said I did. Yeah,
Y'all wanna
the
crazy
cop.
movies?
Yeah, the one of Steve Urkel's father.
We're talking about.
Hey, let me give you a crazy take.
Pop culture is what we're talking about.
I'm gonna give a crazy take.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Hold on. Let Todd talk. Go ahead, Todd.
I heard one thing. You're talking about actors who are pretty much typecast or pretty much played themselves.
Yeah.
What about Christopher Walken?
Christopher Walken.
He's one of my favorite actors of all time, Todd.
Another one who was typecast was Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think if you really want to think about
he's
it,
always
Keanu
played
Reeves
that role.
is typecasted. Keanu Reeves plays the same person too.
Watch this take right here.
Not Bill's Ted's of Excellent Adventure though. Remember,
Bro, Keanu Reeves is funny.
Good one.
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves' accent. Keanu Reeves' accent is a lot like Kevin Costner's hair.
Hey, Ali,
like they play in every. They play in all kind of movies that they don't belong in for some reason.
What do you think about this, Ali? What do you think about this?
Go ahead, baby.
Body of work versus body of work. Acting versus acting. Daniel Day-Lewis, the closest thing to him, if not on the same level, Jim Carrey.
As a comedian.
As a
I
comedian.
can't take Jim Carrey seriously.
I would say as a comedian.
One of my favorite actors of all time was Sean Connery.
That's like the mask.
Sean Connery is a good actor.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let's clear this up.
Sean Connery is a piece of shit.
Yeah, Sean Connery.
Wait a minute. Let's clear this up. Color. You know Jim Carrey as a comedic actor only?
No. I understand he's a good dramatic actor. What I'm saying is like
he has Oscars.
What I meant was his diversity as a comedian, his showmanship as a comedian is on the level of Daniel Day-Lewis's acting ability.
I think his acting, I think his straight acting is on the level of Daniel Day-Lewis.
I guess.
You know who had what actor had a lot of range? Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, definitely.
Robin Williams. Robin Williams.
Oh, that's
a he can play serious and depressing and comedy at the same time.
Pacino too. Hey, by the way, you know what's funny is my favorite movie from Al Pacino wasn't Scarface. It was Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate was a great one.
So wait, let me ask you if you have ever seen the movie with Al Pacino, and it's the Sea of Love. No, Sea of Love.
Absolutely. He won an Oscar for that.
Sea of Love.
Is that the one where he's blind?
the best. Nope. That's the one with
Scent of Love.
Scent of a Woman. Yes, Scent of a Woman
is what I was thinking of.
Sea of Love. You want to talk about a suspense, a murder suspense where he's a cop. That Sea of Love is a great movie if you haven't seen it. And Alec Baldwin, by the way, I think is an amazing actor as well. And if you haven't,
a good suspense movie. A good suspense movie was Seven.
Seven was a great movie.
What's in the box?
With Brad Pitt, that's a great movie.
What do you guys
My
think
mother.
About this?
Go ahead.
What do you guys think about this? Daniel Day-Lewis will pay homage to Sean Penn.
Damn.
Oh, Sean Penn's a great actor, dude. I can't stand him as a person, but he's a great actor, man.
Speaking of actors and actresses, my mother is a bell ringer. Actually, when she was a little bit younger, she was a bell ringer for a very famous actress that played in a 1986 cult classic movie called Aliens. That's Sigourney Weaver. If you see
Weaver, yeah.
If at that time, there's a picture at the same year in '86 where it was my mom and Sigourney Weaver standing next to each other. Not really standing next to each other, but if you side by side pictures, bell ringer. She's a doppelganger, dude.
Wow,
No joke.
wow.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about
What about Robert De Niro?
One of the greatest
hold on, real
Name
quick,
them
Big
all.
Nick. Sean
Robert De
Penn,
Niro is a great movie.
bro.
Go ahead.
Is it
Every
weird?
movie
Is
does.
it weird to you? Is it weird to you too that Sean Penn looks more like Kirk Douglas than Michael does?
Yes, that's true, right?
Actually, every time I see the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think of the guy from Fast Time. What's the guy from Fast Time?
Yeah, that's Sean Penn.
What was his name? What was his character's name? What was the character's name?
Man, I forget what his name was.
Spicoli. Every time I see the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm like, damn, look, that's Spicoli.
I always think of the guy that played Kylo Ren in the new Star Wars.
Hey, Shake Money. I got a trivia for you guys. I got a Shake Money. I got a trivia for y'all. Shake Money. Danny DeVito. He also starred in this British singers one of his music videos. What video was that? And what was the British singer?
Phil Collins.
Danny DeVito made a cameo. You're right, Phil Collins.
You're big Phil Collins fans.
Ali, I want to ask you a question.
So you asked me. Was in his video.
So Ali, I want to ask you a question. So you were asking me to go way back. So I want to ask you: do you know where Jim Carrey got his start?
It was a stand-up.
Fire Marshal Bill, right?
No, wait. What star are you talking about? His acting career or comedic career?
Comedic, like where you first saw him. It was in Living Color.
Wasn't it at a stand-up comedy, a very famous stand-up comedian spot? Yeah. Was it there?
Hey, let me ask you.
Was it in Living Color?
When was the first time?
Living Color was the best. I used to watch all of them. So
Living Color.
So listen,
when was the first time Courtney Cox was on TV?
Wasn't it Masters of the Universe?
Nope.
What was she was in Masters of the Universe, bro? Hey, wasn't she in a Family Ties episode or something?
Hey, first time she ever was on TV with anything was a Bruce Springsteen video, Dancing in the Dark.
Oh my God!
Listen.
By the way, hey, I just want to bring this up, man. I'm trying to bring this. Let me bring this up real quick. I remember when I first started listening to Finn's Tailgate, like during the off season, and I used to listen because like Saturday, I used to listen Sunday morning. I would turn on my PlayStation and listen to the Finn's Tailgate the next day, whatever. This is what we used. This is what, like, for instance, during the dead season, this is what I used to love to listen to when I was playing my PlayStation. So it's like this is very classic Finn's Tailgate.
I love it. You know what? This is all of us getting to know each other a little better and just joking around.
Again, Jack Nicholson's greatest movie. Go.
Shining.
Cuckoo's Nest.
Something's got to give.
The Shining.
That's when you know you're a great. You know you're a great actor. Everybody comes up
You
with a
ready for the
different
number
movie.
one? You ready for the true
Yeah,
number
but it's a
one?
different movie.
The true
I
number
was
one.
gonna
just
say,
shows
hey,
your
listen, I'm
diversity.
gonna have to say
Your versatility.
Batman.
Oh, that's
The
right.
true
That's
number
right.
one
Right
with
on
Jack
that, Shay.
Nicholson. Jack Nicholson was at his best. Was The Witches of Eastwick.
Oh,
That's a good one, bro. And I always forget he's in it too. That's a really
He's a
good one.
star.
Let me
He's a
ask you this:
star.
is Jack Nicholson a typecast person, though?
No.
Did he do Cat on a Hot Tin Roof or something like
He
that?
has that perfect blend where you think he's typecasted, but he also knows
Then
how
he'll
to
switch
flare
up on you.
Yes,
Dude,
exactly.
what was the movie? What was
Come
the
on,
name,
everybody
what's the name
knows.
of the movie? What's the name of the movie where he was the asshole in the building? And it,
Hey. Oh, I don't know
what was
that
the name?
one.
Damn,
Remember
he was
Anger
he was
Management?
the guy in the building, and his neighbors was gay, and I think he was like a hypochondriac, and they wound up being great friends. What was the name of that damn? It was an awesome ass movie.
it was
He is not typecast.
something's got to no.
Something's gotta
As
give.
good as it get. No, as good
No,
as it gets. As good as it
There
gets.
you go, man.
That's the name of that movie. Yeah,
That
it's
was a great movie.
Yeah.
With,
Hey, wasn't he in Anger Management?
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson was, yeah.
Yeah. Anger
He
Management.
was the therapist, right? The
Yeah.
anger management therapist.
No, he was a writer. He was a writer.
And by the way,
No, he was a therapist.
another actor that is not ever typecast, Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh yeah. Bad Santa was definitely my
Billy
favorite
Bob
movie.
plays Billy Bob.
Sling
Billy
Blade.
Bob.
No way, bro. No way.
I'm gonna tell
Sling
you
Blade, one of the
Bro,
best movies ever.
he went from French fried potatoes to
Billy Bob.
Just want to let you all know I'm a squealer.
Hey, let me say, let me ask you this.
Now, Sling Blade, one of the best movies ever.
Best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think of an
Pushing
actor,
10.
and I guarantee you're not gonna think of the movie that my favorite movie from him, Robert De Niro.
Which one, bro? He has so many of them.
Man, so many.
Casino, Goodfellas, Godfather.
I think I like Goodfellas.
Which one you want?
No, what's the one from North Carolina?
Movie
The
Heat
one
with Al Pacino. I mean, come on, name them.
No,
And
it was a remake. Remember, it was a remake, and it was North Carolina, where he's like the psycho that goes after.
Cabin Fever.
No, not Cabin Fever. It's based on Cape Fear. Yeah, Cape Fear.
Cape Fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also Juliette Louise Dreyfus. Is that no?
Yeah.
Juliette Lewis. That's her name.
Yeah.
My favorite Robert De Niro movie was Midnight Run.
Midnight Run is a good one. Yes.
Oh, what about Dennis Hopper, man?
Am I the only one that watched that long ass movie and still don't understand it? Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Well, that was Dennis. That was Dennis Hopper too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
That movie was something else. That was a long ass movie, boy. I love it though. I still don't understand what happened at the end. Yeah,
How about Flashback with Keanu Reeves and Dennis Hopper? I mean, Kiefer Sutherland and Dennis Hopper.
Hey, what was the movie about the guy that was having
Kiefer Sutherland? That whole family is. It's him, his dad, David. Yeah.
Hold on. I can't think of the actor's name. Help me out here, but I think this is a great movie, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But let me describe it to you guys. Maybe you guys can help me. It's this guy. He's wearing like a white button-up shirt and some slacks, and he has glasses, and he's just like, he's so angry with his corporate world that he decides to go postal kind of.
Oh yeah, it's Michael Douglas, bro. That's Falling Down, man.
Falling Down, yes. That's a good movie. Falling Down.
One of my favorite lines is when he went to that Korean shop. He goes, "You know how much United States gave to your country?" And he's like, "No, I don't know." He goes, "Me neither, but I bet you it's a lot."
Okay, my all-time favorite movie, and it's a comedy, and I can quote like every single line from it.
Beetlejuice.
No, it's definitely Young Frankenstein.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Everybody knows. I think everybody knows what my favorite movie of all time is, and that's Coming to America. I know that movie line for line.
My favorite movie, you guys wouldn't guess it. You guys wouldn't guess my favorite movie because it's not Star Wars, unlike popular belief. Star Wars is my favorite sci-fi.
Is it Fried Green Tomatoes?
No, it's not. It's not driving Miss Daisy either, Shake.
Bridges of Madison Square Garden.
I'll give you a hint. Robert De Niro does play a character in this series.
Good.
Okay.
It's not
The Godfather.
Yes, The Godfather is my favorite.
I got two. I got 1A and 1B. 1A is Silence of the Lambs, my favorite movie of all time. And
which one?
Anthony Hopkins is a hell of an actor.
It's a little bit more obscure, 1B, but you have to be a real movie buff. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula. Actually,
that's close to the class of movies I like.
Let's talk about this real quick. Bram Stoker's Dracula, right? The actor who played Dracula, he's a phenomenal actor.
Gary Oldman.
Yes.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman's awesome, man.
Gary
Oldman's a great actor.
He play a wide range of different characters.
My favorite comedy was an all-star cast.
Okay.
And it was Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite comedy, yes.
So I got a couple. I got like 1A, B, C, D, all that. Look, anything from Daniel Day-Lewis is gonna blow things away, man. I mean, he goes from Natty Bumppo in Last of the Mohicans to the butcher in Gangs of New York to John Proctor in The Crucible. I mean, the dude is just unbelievable an actor, man. But my favorite movie currently of all time right now has got to be King Arthur with Clive Owen and Keira Knightley.
I love Clive Owen. I love Clive Owen.
And my number two, my 1B, my 1B has to be The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Brad Pitt, starring Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck. It's excellent freaking movie, man.
Hey, if I were to pick a B, it would be Young Guns. I like that series with all of them.
Actually,
Young Guns 2 were definitely good movies.
My B is The Burbs by Tom Hanks.
The Burbs.
And my 1C has to be Tombstone.
So my favorite comedy. I'm gonna give you my favorite comedy and my favorite karate movie, and then I'm out of here. My favorite
karate movie.
My favorite comedy.
There's only one. Big Nick.
Hold on.
Big Nick, Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Big Nick. Before you give it, it better be good because I'm gonna really count like cool points with you.
Like that, Ralph Karate Kid. That's the only
Karate Kid. And it's not Karate Kid. Go ahead.
I love Harlem Night. I love Coming to America. I love Beverly Hills Cop. The movie that stands up next to them, pound for pound, joke for joke. Ace Ventura When Nature Calls.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh,
that's my favorite comedy of all time.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Not only my favorite karate movie, but the greatest karate movie ever made, Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, I love Kung Fu Hustle.
Wow.
No
joke. Actually,
movie ever made.
But that's not a karate movie. That's a Kung Fu movie.
Hold on. Funny. So, listen. Actually, speaking of Kung Fu Hustle, no joke. Hold on, real quick. Speaking of Kung Fu Hustle, I used to work for Magnolia, which is part of Best Buy, and they sell their high-end sound systems and TVs and everything, right? And in the sound room, I used to do a presentation with the surround sound and everything, and I used to use Kung Fu Hustle because the audio in Kung Fu Hustle, you could break down the individual noises of the glass hitting the ground for the punches being thrown and everything else.
See, if we're gonna go any martial art, but if we're gonna go any martial art, it has to be Ong Bak with Tony Jaa, man.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But I'm an 80s guy, early 90s guy, and I'm gonna say Bloodsport all the way, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna say one of my favorite kung fu movies that I could watch from beginning to end. Rumble in the Bronx. Jackie Chan.
I like that. I like that.
Jackie Chan's good
actor. I haven't seen that one in a good while.
What was the movie with Eric Roberts?
In the Jungle.
what was the movie with Eric Roberts? It was a tournament where Julia Roberts.
Oh, that
brother,
was
Eric Roberts.
American.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Well, blood
He
sport.
does
God,
martial
I know
arts
what
for
you're
real.
talking about, bro. I know what you're talking about, man.
Best of the best. Best of the best.
Best of the
Best of
best.
the best.
Right.
And
They made
I'm
like
gonna tell you
20 of
another one.
those.
I'm gonna
I
tell you
know there
another
is
one.
like best of the best.
Right.
Hey, it's
Fist
like
of
in
the North Star.
Spaceballs. In Spaceballs, the guy on the news
I
is
will
like
say this. When it
the guy
comes
on.
to
Hey,
Check out
hey,
Fist of the
hey, the
North Star.
guy.
You guys get a
Hey,
chance.
the
Fist of
guy,
the North
Big
Star.
Nick, the guy in Spaceballs was on the news was like, now for the premiere of Rocky 5,000.
Actually, if you guys are really into those kind of like the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type
Hidden Dragon,
movies.
yeah, that's my favorite type.
There's a movie. There's
That's
a
my favorite
movie that I think you should watch,
as far as
Crypto.
kung fu.
But the title I'm going to give you, don't watch the American United States version of it. Watch the international version. Right? It's a longer movie. It's 5.5 hours long. But I kid you not.
Damn.
By the end, you're going to be like, "This is the best movie ever." And that movie is called Red Cliff. Red Cliff is the best artsy type of martial art movie or epic martial art battle movie you'll ever see in high def or 4K. Yeah. It is absolutely amazing. But the American version, which is the same movie, but they cut the movie in half. It's nowhere as good as the international. I own the international version. I'm telling you, bro, that movie is a masterpiece.
And you know, guys, and best modern Western, Roadhouse. Has to be Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze.
I'm not into
that's not a Western to me.
That is a total Western, bro. Look at the plot line and everything.
I don't like Western.
It's even got Sam Elliott in it, bro. What are you talking about? It's a total Western,
that's like calling every World War II movie another version of Star Wars. I mean, come on.
Bro, it's got listen, it's got the rich baron that owns the whole town, that's got the police in the back pocket, it got everybody afraid. It's got the drifter that rolls into town that snatches up the guy's girl.
You know what
It's a total Western, man.
Hold on. You know what other
he calls in a buddy to help him regulate, and that buddy is Sam Elliott. How is it not a Western, dude?
There's more karate scenes in it than guns.
Hold on. Color. Hold on. Color. You know what? You know what other movie that is exactly what you just described? One Night at Porky's too. I mean, come on.
But so then that's
the Porky City.
If that's the case,
why you had to bring that up on me? The Porky City.
If that's the case,
man, I watch every one of those.
Porky's is
Into the Dragon is
Hey, hold on. If that's the case, if that's the case,
talking about Harlem Nights.
Big Nick. Let me ask you one thing. I just want to add. If we're gonna say modern westerns, then forget it. I'm gonna put Boys in the Hood. That's a western.
Hey,
Boys in the Hood.
Let me tell y'all a movie not to watch. Let me tell you the worst movie ever made.
Damn.
The worst movie ever made is Magnolia.
No way.
No, the worst movie ever made was The Ninth Gate, and I still want my money back.
No, let me tell you about Magnolia.
He still owed me $8.50.
Original Blair Witch Project is the worst movie I've ever made.
Let me tell you about Magnolia. About an hour into it, it starts raining giant bullfrogs.
Julia
and
Roberts.
It just keeps on going for another hour and a half. That is the worst movie I have ever seen. And
have you ever seen Thanksgiving?
I got you.
Pam, have you ever seen Thanksgiving?
No, nothing's worse than The Ninth Gate.
No.
I got something worse than
It's Alive. It was a terrible
I got something worse
movie.
than The Ninth Gate.
Best Western, in my opinion. By the way, going back,
it's literally a puppet of a turkey that's going around and killing people.
That sounds better than Magnolia.
Let me get mine.
Go ahead.
And all of them.
The Killer
I
Clown.
actually did ask for my money back. Was Jamie Foxx held up? That's the worst movie ever known to man. Jamie Foxx held up. But I was gonna say we were talking about Harlem Nights. We were talking about Coming to America, Harlem Nights, without actually paying homage to the man that invented that genre, and he still has a top 5 funniest movie of all time.
Spike Lee? Or no?
History of the World, Part 1, Part 2. Mel Brooks' History of the World, Part 1, Part 2. If you haven't seen it,
Oh, that's right.
Mel Brooks is a big time comedian, dude. I like some Mel
Mel
Brooks.
Brooks is the best. He's the one that did Young Frankenstein. Best movie ever.
Sorry.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one movie. Hey, by the way, the one movie I want my money back from. I watched it because it was Chris Rock, fucking Pootie Tang. I want my money back from that one.
I don't care what y'all say. I'm telling you, Johnny Depp owes me like $8 times 1 million for the Ninth Gate. That was the worst movie ever made, ever. Just the Ninth Gate.
Imagine the people that went and saw Vanilla Sky by Tom Cruise.
Vanilla Sky. It was a bland movie. Vanilla Sky. That was not his best, but it was Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Here's my favorite comedy of all time is Monty Python Search for Holy Grail. That is my favorite comedy of all time. The best Western, the best Western ever made, in my opinion, is Tombstone. All right. And then the worst movie ever, and I want my money back, which is the original Blair Witch Project. That was by far the worst.
Oh, come on, Ali. Come on. You know what I'm talking about? Going in the middle of the movie. Going in the middle of the movie.
You only say that because you haven't seen that.
Come on, Ali.
I'm scared of the daddy long legs at my front door than I am of that movie. That was the worst movie ever made.
You didn't see the second one?
The movie ever made was Halloween, the original. The original Halloween.
Nothing can be as bad as the reboot.
Yeah, Blair Witch was brutal.
Yo, the reboot of Clash of the Titans has to be the worst movie ever made.
I'm just saying, you're only saying that because you haven't seen Magnolia.
My favorite, like I said,
the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, that was a good one too. My favorite movie was Coming to America. The best movie ever made was Forrest Gump.
Yes.
And I would say the worst movie I said was Pootie Tang. And I say the best Western I've seen was trying to think of it. Whatchamacallit? Damn it.
So nobody respects Unforgiven.
Was it at the corner of 95 and the best Western at the corner of 95?
I remember now. True Grit was my favorite Western.
True Grit. Unforgiven was definitely awesome. But also a newer one with Gene Hackman and what's her name?
Gene was another good actor.
I can't remember the girl's name.
Were the best.
What's the girl's name? Really hot blonde.
Damn, what's her name?
The Quick and the Dead is the name of the movie.
Not Michelle Pfeiffer. Damn, what's her name? Sharon Stone. Quick and the Dead.
And also Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe and Gene Hackman were in that movie. Quick and the Dead, man. Freaking awesome movie, man.
I saw a variation to this movie.
Down Under was good.
I saw a variation.
Quickly Down Under was amazing.
I've seen a variation to this movie. It was called Saving Ryan's Privates.
Now there's an older movie by the same name, The Quick and the Dead, that happens to be about this drifter played by none other than Sam Elliott that steals this other dude's girl on the open plane.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you another good Western movie. It was a spaghetti Western, but it was still a good Western movie. They Call Me Nobody.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. By
the way,
how the hell are we forgetting about Django?
Oh yeah, Django.
Oh yeah, Django was a good movie.
Of course, I brought up Django, bro. Christopher Waltz, bro, best actor in my opinion.
By the way,
just saying.
Movie scene from any movie, but mainly it's gonna usually be a Western. But movie scene that really makes you want to go and take a shower, bro. Once Upon a Time in the West, the whole opening scene, man. It's like, God, man, that shit creeps me the fuck out, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Every time
was Smokey and the Bandit, the series.
Yeah, that was
my favorite line.
Smokey and the Bandit.
My favorite line from a movie. Somebody said it earlier, but it's still the greatest line in movie history. No, you tell me. What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
what
What's
is your
in the
guys'
box?
what is your guys' favorite World War II movie?
And
mine is not
Midway.
Saving Private Ryan.
man.
Mine's was Midway.
Midway's a good one.
Mine is Glorious Bastard.
I'm gonna give you a name that a lot of people don't know.
Mine was U 571.
That's a good one. The
Das
one I'm
Mine
gonna
is
give
Das
you.
Boot.
Das Boot is good. I'm gonna give you one that not a lot of people know, but it had one of the biggest star-studded casts ever, right? And that is The Longest Day.
Mm-hmm.
The Longest Day. Look at this cast, bro. John Wayne,
man.
Henry Fonda, Sean Connery was in a John Wayne movie. Can you believe that?
Sean Connery?
Yeah,
Was he
Sean
part of
Connery.
MI6?
You know, you're looking at
I don't care
Robert
what you say. His
Mitchum,
best was
Eddie
still Hunt for
Albert.
Red October. That was his best.
The Longest
Hunt for
Day
Red
was one of the
October was
best World War II movies ever.
Did Mr. Connery happen to play the British soldier that was the liaison to the American
when the guys
group?
was doing the clicking thing with their hands, with their fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Oh, you talking about Warriors?
Doing the clicking.
You talking about Warriors with Sean Penn?
Dude, I can tell you a movie right now that everybody agreed was one of his best movies ever. It was Mel Gibson. We Were Soldiers.
We Were Soldiers is a good one.
We Were Soldiers. Mel Gibson.
That was okay, but Lethal Weapon is still his best.
By the way, it wasn't a World War II movie, but Vietnam movies. Forrest Gump and Forrest Gump and
Hamburger Ridge
and not Platoon. Full Metal Jacket.
Hill. Which one?
That's my favorite movie of all time.
You can't touch Apocalypse Now, man. Apocalypse Now has to be it.
This is my good, and this is for fun.
Yeah.
Wait,
so best line in the movie.
Hold on.
Best line in the
when that
movie.
guy flipped out on them.
Crypto, you should agree with me on this,
the
Crypto.
drill side.
Right now, #1 in the clubhouse for greatest military movie has to be Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor.
So
I would say
best,
it's second behind Full. I would say it's behind Full Metal Jacket.
I put it in. It was so
It's got to be Apocalypse Now, bro. Come on, man.
The Full Metal is my favorite, man. I take on Sergeant Lee character a lot.
That's the character I like.
Do you guys?
That's the character I like, Crypto.
Do you guys consider? Do you guys consider Taps to be a military movie?
No, I consider it to be a horror.
What?
Horror Taps.
It was more hard.
I'm your senior drill instructor, Harmon.
Not hard. It was more drama. It was more intense drama than it was military movie.
So,
I tell you what,
did you know, Big Nick? Did you know that the scene in Apocalypse Now at the end when he goes to assassinate Kurtz, and you see him pop up out of the swamp with his knife in his mouth? Remember that?
Yeah.
Bro, there's a myth or a legend that Martin Sheen was sick the day they shot that scene, and that they actually used Emilio Estevez to play that part, dude. That's Emilio Estevez popping up out of the swamp.
I can tell you.
Hold on, real
Anybody
quick.
see Lone Survivor? You guys saw Lone Survivor?
Shout out to 72 Dolphins logo. You guys are the best. Appreciate you, my brother.
If you
And
guys
speaking of which,
saw Lone Survivor,
here he is.
The ending scene when the
What's going
military
on?
showed up, man.
The
Oh
lunch,
my
bro.
God, the theater jumped up and oh my God, that was a great moment when the military came and saved them. Oh my God!
Hey, how about straight to HBO military thrillers like Broken Arrow with John Travolta?
Hey, by the way, hold on. Let me welcome me and Mano. 72 Dolphins logo. Let me look. Damn,
What was that
bro.
Netflix series?
I don't care what you say. John Travolta's best was still Saturday Night Fever.
No.
It was Grease.
Swordfish was pretty good, bro.
If you didn't like
Grease.
Parents with Love, if you didn't like
Face Off was the best for John Travolta.
I don't know. Swordfish has to be his best.
Swordfish probably was.
As the villain, yes. Face Off was really good too.
Parents with Love.
Yeah.
Played the undercover CIA guy.
If I had to pick a John Travolta movie, it's Look Who's Talking.
No,
Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking too.
Guess who we forgot when we named the best actors? Who we honestly forgot. And if you're honest with yourself, you'll say
Christopher
hell
Walken.
Yeah. Johnny Depp.
Oh, Johnny Depp was
Hell
good
no,
too.
he owed me $8.
Did you say
God
best
damn it.
actress? I thought you said best actress.
He made the
Okay,
worst
hold on,
movie of all time. I can't give him credit.
Let me give a welcome to Mr. 72 Logo. Dímelo, hermano. ¿Qué pasa?
How you
¿Qué
doing,
hola?
guys?
I'm out of here, guys. Be safe. Fins
All
up.
right, be fins up.
All right,
All
big
right,
man.
man.
All right,
What's
big
going
man.
on?
Fins up,
All
man.
right.
¿Qué
Hey, by
hola?
the
What was
way,
that, Shake
best,
Money?
best,
No,
best
just
John
just
Wayne movie of all time, best John Wayne
Hold on,
movie of all time, and also best black and white movie I've ever seen. Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Fucking
what's up.
epic freaking movie.
Hold
That
on, hold
movie
on.
is so
My
epic. Y'all
best
gotta
black
watch
and
it.
white movie
Y'all
was
gotta
Wizard of Oz.
push through the old Western style black and white movie and watch that movie because it is one of the best movies ever
Hold on,
made.
let me.
man.
Let's
I'm going to
welcome.
say
Let
the
me.
original Wizard of Oz was the best
guys.
black and white movie.
Wait,
Wait a
guys.
minute. Wait a minute. Sir. Let me just welcome 72 Logo. What's going on, 72 Logo?
Hey, Shake, thank you for having me, man.
What's going on? What's on your mind?
One of my best movies, Western movies. You guys want to talk Western movies? We're going to talk about The Stone.
The Stone.
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Oh,
You got
Tombstone.
it.
Oh, okay, Tombstone.
And
Okay.
that's the one I mentioned.
Oh yeah, Tombstone.
Yeah, Ali said
That's my
Tombstone.
Great
one
Western
C.
movie, man.
Hey,
That's
Cole,
my
I got
one
a
C of
Hey,
all
Cole,
time.
I'm not a
I got a
Western
message for
guy,
you, Cole.
so
Not only have
Cole,
I
what
been to
about
Tombstone a
what
dozen
about Angel
times,
in the
but I've
Back?
been to the place they filmed it at a dozen times.
Best
Yeah,
John
he-
Wayne movie for me, by the way, color is Hellfighters.
Oh, Angel and the Batman for
Yeah, I
me.
seen it. Good movie.
yeah, Mr. Pope.
Angel and the Batman.
Yeah, and
What's the
also you got The Searchers was really good with John Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, you guys don't even realize.
There you go.
That was good.
Well, I've seen that movie, Cole.
I'll be your
I'm telling
Huckleberry.
It's a
you,
good movie.
one of
It's
my
got,
favorite.
It's got Lee Marvin, a young Lee Marvin in it. And it's also got the guy, what's his name? What's that guy's name, Mr. Punk? The guy that plays the lead character.
Okay.
Well, a real famous comedian, actor / actor, plays in a lot of, man, God, y'all know who I'm talking about. Well, gee, George, he talks like this. That guy, I forget his name, man.
Oh my goodness, I can't think. I know
Hey,
you
who was
Anyway,
the best
great freaking
Western
movie.
cowboy that ever played the Western movies?
Has to be Val Kilmer for me playing Doc Holliday, dude.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, who's
God,
the
let me.
best bad character in the cowboy movies?
Mhm.
Jack Elam.
I like Clint Eastwood as
James Dean? Was that James
Clint
Dean?
Eastwood.
Mr. Paul?
Clint
I'll
Eastwood,
tell you
the
what.
best.
I'll tell you what. My
He's
favorite,
the
my
best.
favorite Western
Or
actor
Jerry Lewis?
has the
man.
best. In my opinion, this guy has the best name on all
Jimmy
of
Stewart.
actors. Right? This is a Hall of Fame actor. I'm going to give you guys. And it's not Clint Eastwood. It's not John Wayne or anybody. It's a name that you guys, some people, a lot of people in the chat are not going to know. Yul Brynner.
Oh, you're
Yul Brynner from
yeah.
Magnificent
The
Seven,
King
the
and I.
original. Yeah, the Magnificent Seven, the original
Yeah.
Yul Brynner. That guy. He's a great
Yeah.
cowboy actor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
That's
one of my
true.
favorite movies and genres of movies, of course, is horror, but it's kind of close to it. Is Interview with the Vampires. They had an all classic movie. That cast there was off the chain. And Brad Pitt had one of the best lines in that movie. He said, "He's just a vampire pretending to be humans who pretended to be vampires." I was like, "Oh my god, that was classic."
That was classic.
That was one of my favorite lines in that movie.
Crypto, have you watched the series? Have you watched the series now that's on MGM or whatever it's called? AMC.
The MGM, no, I didn't see that one. Yes, they have a series now.
Pretty good. They have a series now. It's pretty good. It goes a lot more in depth. It's.
Hey, by the way,
okay, that's cool. I
Like
love
the whole Anne Rice, the whole Anne Rice trilogy and all that.
Yeah.
There was a movie
man.
there was a movie that had a star, an A-list cast before they were A-listers, and that was The Outsiders.
The Outsiders. Damn, you're absolutely right. Damn, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a cult classic right there.
Hey
that
guys,
was before they were big guys. What's up? What's up?
The best vampire slayer was Blade.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Blade. Oh yeah. I love
was
movies
the
like that,
best.
man. Vampires, witches, warlocks, and goblins, and all kinds of crazy.
To me,
gory
Blade was
shit.
my favorite comic movie. And by the way, my favorite trilogy movie was The Naked Gun.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. I
Yeah.
love that one.
What was his
Oh,
name? Leslie Nielsen? Is that
Leslie
who it was?
Nielsen.
Yeah,
He played
Nielsen.
Frank
O.J.
Drebin
Simpson.
and O.J. Simpson.
Who else was in there? What's
Okay.
the lady name that was the star? Was the star in that?
Priscilla Presley.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
Priscilla
right,
Presley. You're right.
Man,
Ah.
You had Robert
that's a
Goulet.
crazy
You had the
one.
guy from Fantasy Island.
Yeah,
The guy
yeah,
from
Oh, you
Escape
yeah.
talking
from
about
Alcatraz.
the short guy or the
No,
main guy?
Montalban.
Montalban.
Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo Montalban. Yeah.
He
Okay.
played the villain in the first one. Then Robert Goulet played the villain in the second one, and the third one was the guy from Escape from Alcatraz.
Shout out to
I'm
Duke
fixing to be a
Thomas and
pumpkin,
Steve
guys.
McQueen. Steve McQueen is a great actor.
Steve
Go ahead.
McQueen
I didn't
was
mean
a
to
great
interrupt.
actor. But I gotta go. I'm fixing to be a pumpkin. You can see the
All right.
stems coming out of my head.
No, you're never gonna be a pumpkin.
All right. Hey,
All
Pam,
right,
say hello to your husband
Listen,
for me.
Pam, if
All right,
you need
Pam.
beauty sleep, you only need like about 2 minutes of beauty sleep. That's all you need.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Just 2
You're
minutes.
so sweet. It's more like 12 hours and 2 minutes. But yeah.
All right, Pamela. Hey, listen. Once again, I appreciate you. Again, when I did this concept, of course, you're like the first on my list because you have a wealth of knowledge of these players that we mentioned. So, once again, man, I appreciate you for making this happen and appreciate all the support you give myself and the Fins Tailgate, man. Much love, Pam.
Much love back,
Much love,
guys.
Pam.
Thanks, Shake.
All right.
Take care.
Much love,
Lady
Pam.
Dolphins.
Good night, guys.
Take care, Pam.
Bye. Y'all too.
Peace. By the way, I love this mug. I had a cup of coffee this morning in it. So,
Hey,
Yo,
Shake.
y'all want a little Val Kilmer gem that very few people know about? That's really
secret?
actually pretty hard to find.
Top secret.
To,
That was a good
to
one.
even get on DVD. It's like pretty hard to find movie. Man Who Broke 1,000 Chains.
Mm.
One of the
Man
best
Who-
movies I've ever seen, man. It's about the
Mission
Georgia chain
Impossible.
gangs back in the freaking early 1900s.
Yeah, I saw that color.
This guy that gets framed for a murder has to go to a chain gang and like he ends up escaping. It's based on a true story and shit. Absolutely the best Val Kilmer performance you'll ever witness.
Val Kilmer is a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Shake. I was going to ask you something.
What's up? Dímelo.
I tried to find some tickets for the training camp.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing available, man.
What day you're trying to go?
But they all sold
There's
out.
nothing available, no matter what day it is.
I'm
I
asking
tried. I
you,
looked.
Finn's logo. I'm asking you, what day you trying to go?
Well, there's nothing available, no matter what day it is.
No,
He's not
because he
answering
I'm trying to tell you that.
He's asking
No,
when
Finn's
you are
logo.
available.
When are
Right.
you available to go? Just give me the answer.
I don't know. The first day of training camp, I don't know what to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you.
Are you trying to go that Sunday, July 30th?
I went to the Dolphins website to buy tickets to go see the training camp.
Yeah.
There's nothing available. Everything's sold out.
So in other words, Ali has extra tickets. He just wants to know what day
Oh,
you
he
want
does.
to
He
Right.
I'm trying to help you out, bro.
That'll be nice.
Right.
That'll be nice. July 30th.
July 30th. Okay, give me a moment. Just give me a hot moment, okay? Just give me
Okay.
a second. I'm gonna go off camera and I gotta check something.
go. Yeah, I
Okay.
was supposed to go fourth, but I had my mechanic is going to fix my car that day.
He's checking to see if his fax machine is working.
Checking
Okay.
his list.
I'm calling my bookie color. I'm calling my bookie.
Right.
Okay.
He's filling
Oh,
his
He's
HP
checking his price.
printer scanner with all-in-one printer scanner with some ink.
Okay, good.
I like the 2 series.
Sounds good.
I like the 2 series.
Send that PDF ticket over.
Equalize.
Yeah, we about. Cole, if you want to go an extra hour, that's fine. But I'm gonna close this down soon. So
Oh, I'm
I
out
gotta
when
get me
you're
some
out,
sleep. It's
bro.
1
I'm good.
o'clock.
okay, Okay.
Past my bedtime.
72 logo. Just stay backstage if he's closing it down. Just stay backstage for me.
Okay, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I highly recommend.
I'm closing in about 10 minutes. I'll close in 10 minutes. So.
Right on. I highly recommend the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
I'm supposed to go ahead and clock out, man. Listen, thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It was a pleasure being up here with you guys, Color, Ali,
Well,
Crypto.
And thank you for getting a better headphones. I appreciate you.
Hey, I'm glad Color brought it up too, because that's I kept hearing his voice saying you need to get something else. So thank you, Color, for that.
Oh, no problem. It just sounded like your mic had a short in it.
Well, what it was, I had the earplugs caught by what's the guy name? Dr.
Dre?
Yeah, the one the
Beats?
earplugs he made called Beats.
Yeah.
So
that's the one you got, Mr. Boat?
No, that's what I had before.
What do you have now?
Right now I have headphones with the mic, and I can use them as far as Android phone, computer, gaming. It's made for all that.
Well,
okay, that's good.
Appreciate you.
You can do it with all.
Hey, listen, Mr. Polk.
Yep.
You're always welcome here at the Finn's Tailgate, man. So.
And I got to catch up with you because I got talk to you on the phone, but I got to catch up with you, bro.
No problem, man. Listen, like I told you, man, you could reach out to me whenever, man.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, Shake, I was gonna ask you something, around before you leave.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, okay.
Is that true? What's going on with Delvin Cook? Oh, these allegations about,
It's true. There's
being
allegations.
sued and all that stuff.
Can I just comment on that real quick?
Go for
First of all, the new report, it's old news. They've already confirmed the report and allegations that have come out are the same allegations from 2021, and they already have court documents that prove that the lawyers and the person that is making the accusation have already been proven that they've lied. So it's just going through the whole process because they're trying to settle to get this stuff out of the way as quickly as possible. And the NFL has already come out and said that there's not going to be any suspensions or anything like that. So there's nothing to worry about. If anything, this helps us get them for cheaper. That's
right.
the honest.
Exactly.
That's the bong mask.
I'm hoping
Awesome.
that. I'm sure hoping that. That
Me
would
too.
be nice.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what I'm
are you
hoping.
sure,
Yeah,
Ali,
it's
if it
old
gets
news.
it cheaper? If everything is old news and not true?
I'm just saying. I'm just
it might up its
being
price.
honest. It could, but because of the whole narrative of what the subject is about, I could see the teams not wanting to sign him to the top deal. You know what I mean? Just because of social standards and everything else. I get it. I understand. You wouldn't think that would happen, but that's the only thing. That's the only thing that I could see that happens out of this. We get them for cheaper. That's the only thing I can see, bro.
Hey, by the way, Ali, while
Boy,
you're at
sits
it,
out.
Go ahead.
by the way, Ali, what you call it? By the way, 72 logo. You just look at the private chat real quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need look at the private chat. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay, how do I do that?
Are you on your phone or what are you on?
I'm on my phone. Yes.
Oh,
Just click on the chat button.
So by the way,
Got it. Yeah.
Mr. Polk said his last set of headphones were the Beats by Dr. Dre, and they malfunctioned on him, right? So I was just thinking that old Dr. Dre, Eazy-E was right, man. Still ripping people off 20 years later.
Did you guys see the new intro for Smoke Lounge?
I did. It looks banging, bro. I'm kind of jealous. I need to get on the horn and be like, HP, bro, you need to fix my late night XL intro.
Oh, here it is. I'm gonna play. It's only a minute 30, 40. It's only like 2 minutes. So I'm gonna play it real quick. Yeah.
Nice.
72 logo. I need you to look at private chat.
Okay. I send you a link by Gmail.
Yeah, I got your Gmail. I need the other part of it though.
Which part?
Your name, because it asks for first and last name.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry
right now.
about
Hold
that.
on.
No worries. No worries.
Oh yeah, because you gotta show your ID.
I don't know if you have to show your ID, but to transfer it officially, it asks for that.
Okay.
So thank you so much. Thank you. And I didn't want to put his business out there, so that's why I asked privately.
Okay.
It's Renato Barreto.
I gotcha.
Yeah, man. Shout out to HB, man. He is the secret weapon of the Fins tailgate.
Yep.
Shake, thank you, man, for doing what you gotta do, man. Appreciate you.
You. No problem, man. We appreciate you for tuning in, man.
Thank you, man.
Don't go anywhere yet, man. I just want to make sure this transfers properly. So I just want to make sure.
Gotcha.
It's doing its thing. All right,
Okay.
so let me check your email because it says it sent you an email.
Okay, let me see.
And I think you have to accept it, actually.
Yeah, man. The Smoke Lounge this Monday, man. We got big things coming out for the Smoke Lounge. I'm gonna next week in a couple of weeks I'm gonna be getting my new boom arm. It's gonna be lit.
Nice.
And I'm gonna be getting in a couple of and next month I'm gonna be getting the same mic that El Capitan has, but the only difference is I could make it aqua. It's kind of like the one Mike on the mic had the same one. That's what I like about my keyboard. It's a different light. It's a light up one.
If you want a good company that makes really good like peripherals, let it be mice or keyboards, bro, and their keyboards and mice are technically like really highly engineered, but they're decent price. I really recommend Rocat. Rocat is a really good company. They always have deals going on.
Yeah.
What did he say? Something. It's being reported by some sources of mine. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a moment. I'll put it up somewhere.
Mr. 305, man. Mr. 305. That's my Miami brother right there, man. I love that dude. Me and Lewis, we had made that beat that me and Lewis are two Cuban dudes. So you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So according to one of my trusted sources, it says there will be no suspension for free agent 4-time Pro Bowl running back Dalvin Cook. Per sources, this is the same situation from 2021 that was already proven in court documents to have been false. Cook has played with the Vikings for 2 seasons since, so no new suspensions. It's not an article; it's a tweet that's being posted by one of my sources, which I actually do, trust. So there's not an article.
I agree. Rest in peace, Elliot Cruz. So, 72. Did you get it? The email?
Email. Sounds like he's
Sorry, checking it. Oh man. Yeah, man. This was today. I had to redo the 100 because last week I didn't do any justice when I did it on the phone. So, and I got a good panel too. So,
yeah, it says on my end, it says the transfer is on its way, so he should have gotten it. 72, just confirm for me that you got it.
So when is the first day of Late Night XL?
That weekend of the first training camp, bro.
So hey, next weekend?
Can you guys hear me?
Weekend? Yeah, can you hear me? I can hear you. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah. He'll be back, hopefully. I'll drop the link if not. So next weekend, you said?
Yeah.
Huh?
Next Saturday.
Is it first Late Night XL?
Yeah, we can do the Late Night XL next Saturday, unless you had plans to do something that day. That's fine.
No, that's fine.
So we'll do next Saturday, and yeah, it'll be good.
That's what's up. Well, at least I got to end it on the countdown on a high note. So I appreciate you, man, because this helped me cut my teeth, make get me some good some good practice. So
yeah, this is him back. He's back.
Yeah,
okay. Back. Hey, I have it. I went to my email and I got it.
You accepted. Okay, awesome. Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. No problem, man. Definitely.
I appreciate you, man. Really. I'll be there July 30th. No doubt about it. I'll be there.
I'll see you guys there. Definitely.
All right, man. With that being said,
so much.
Man, no problem.
Next weekend will be Late Night XL. I appreciate the opportunity to let me for allowing me to take Saturdays over, and you know what I'm saying, I can't wait for the Late Night XL to come back, and it's gonna be fire, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, and the best part about it is the next Saturday, Late Night XL.
Oh shit!
Yeah, caller, we're going live Saturday. We don't have to go too crazy because we got training camp to go to the very next day. So
yeah, and the best part about it is I could come in please when I want to.
And don't forget that next Sunday is when I'm picking you up, caller. So we're going.
Right on. And are we back on track for Monday morning?
Monday morning, we're going live.
Late
6 a.m.
Right. Yep. Smoke Lounge. Like I said, man, Saturday mornings, you got me, Ali, and Color got you covered in the mornings. Me and Lewis got you covered in the evenings. So, with that being said, man, fins up. Can't wait, and I'll see you around the next time, baby.